Think, man, my
Life's an open road when you're 3 feet tall. Never thought we'd find a family at all. One roll of the dice, one twist of fate. Now we're side by side, guess this was our fate. Oh, we bicker, we fight, we don't see eye to eye. But when trouble comes, we're always gonna try. Brothers and sisters who knew we would be a family of heroes, just wait and see. Wait, are we related? We push, we pull, we stumble and fall. Sometimes it feels like we don't know each other at all. But when the chips are down and we make our stand, together we've got half a chance. Even when the road gets rough and life throws down the odds, we've got each other's backs through every trap and
little.
Hello and welcome everyone. Stronghold D&D, saying hello to you ghastly ghouls and the people who love to be entertained by fools. We are here for a wonderful session of entertainment, silliness, debauchery, and dice rolling. So if you are into any of the above and so much more, you are in for a treat. I am Charm, Old World Charm of Charmed Fantasy, getting the luxury and honor to present a continuing ongoing story called Expedition of Fallen Stars, here with the wonderful crew, not just to have fun, but also to raise money and awareness for 988 Suicide and Crisis Hotline, something near and dear to our hearts, our minds. A great deal of peace of mind comes from knowing that there's something there for anyone and everyone, and it's very important to us to let you know that it's there for you, we're there for you, and you can be there for anyone. And just by being here, you're doing enough. So, with that said, let me say hello and welcome in to people popping in. Dragar here. Hello, hello. We have my own peeps from our side of the internet. Beth is here. Good to see you. Let's see, and make sure to subscribe. Subscriptions, by the way, will get you not just the ability to bypass ads, but every 10 subscriptions the channel gets, the party will get potent potions and potables. So increasing in magical power, value, all the good stuff. So, you know, if you can, please support. So with that said, welcome in, welcome all. I think that's all I have to say here. Being, a DM, happy to DM. Yeah, I'm Charm. You can find me all those places. Thank you, Annie, for posting that. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I am trying to become more active. And hey, Beth, that was very kind of you to gift fellow members of this amazing community a subscription, including Lady Vengeance, who has popped in and supported all the peripheral channels with her wonderful presence. So thank you for being here, Lady Vengeance. Thank you, Beth. That's two. I'll count mine. I'll count my subscriptions. So we're two there. So with that said, I'm gonna pass it to we're gonna go start with our wonderful hosts of the Stronghold at the top of the screen there, and we'll trickle down. So we'll start with Tim.
So Tim playing Merrick Fellstar, the rogue who just leveled up to level 4. I've got some sick piercer energy now, where I can get an extra die if I crit. So I gotta lay in wait and really assassinate. Ooh, that kind of rhymed. But thanks everybody for joining in this Sunday. We got another big week coming up this week with a Wednesday session. We put the F in Fandolin, and then we're going to carry it on for a 24-hour stream with Lord Gazumba. I have no clue how I'm going to do that. I completely regret this decision, so we'll see what happens. It's going to be fantastic. Let's see. Over to you, Skylar.
That was, hey, very good, even though I'm below you, so to speak. Yeah, so I'm Skylar.
I pointed perfectly, I think.
I know, it was great. It was awesome. I am playing Poppy, the Peace Cleric. I'm also a baker, so you get ready for the buns of fun, baby. They're coming at you. And for level 4, I just took the ASI. I needed some dex and a little bit more wisdom, so I'm wiser, and I have a little more AC. I'm a little more dexterous, so I'm not as useless in combat, even though I'm still useless in combat, other than for healing and doing other things. If you like the music that you hear in the intro and during the breaks, you can check it out on my Suno account. Just look at Bullwax. I'll put that in the chat, and you can listen to any of that stuff anytime you want. Outside of that, that's all I got. Petey Pete.
Hi, I'm playing Cade Fellstar, the innocent and demure warlock. He's taken Great Weapon Master. Obviously, he must have been studying hard at some point in his life. I'm not sure when it happened, but it happened at some point. And he's spent the last session finding out information from the Duchess, which I'm sure we'll get later on. And it's going to be interesting to see how we get on with this session. Let's see apparently we get to dress up, and it's a very important date. Is all I'll leave it. I'll leave it as that for now. But it's a very, very important date. Thank you. And over to
Coco.
Amira.
Hi everybody. Coke Bunny 94 here. I'm playing Admira Fleetfoot. She is now a little bit stronger, sharpshooter, ragey halfling after last session. I'm really excited to get to perform again today in my new outfit that I hope I get to describe because it's just so awesome. But yeah, super excited to be here, ready to play Admira again. Over to Annie.
Hey guys, I'm Annie. I play Callus. She's short, halfling like everybody else, but she's a fighter. And she took weapons mastery again. And I have a new whip. I have a nice, pretty whip. I can't wait to play with this. This is going to be fun. Yeah. So the rest of the guys went out and did something, and I hung out with Cade and the Duchess and figure out what happens then. But yeah, looking forward to this party. It'll be kind of fun. Just hopefully this time when we, do a show that none of the clothes start attacking us again, because that'd be really, really bad. Because this is supposed to be like upper echelon people, and no offense, a lot of them are old. Like, I don't know about this. I don't know.
Can Cade roll a history check to see if you can remember the incantation?
Please no.
Just add it to your spell book. That'd be such a great way to tie in the very first battle to the final boss fight. Just becomes like you win with the power of clothing attacking the villain of the whole arc of the story. Oh my god, that would be damn. Amazing. Okay. Well, anyway.
And terrified at the same time. Okay, what do you have to say?
Yeah. Good to have a bunch of friends popping in. Thank you guys for being here. I see Little Fierce spending time with us. Appreciate you being here. Noob Goddess, always happy to see you. Jetman, you too. Hi. Yeah, all you others, feel free to lurk. Feel free to hang out, talk, share, ask questions. We're happy to engage when we can. So, last we had, the party had left the very scandalous club after having imbibed in some of the Stygian sangria and dealing with the devil literally his name, and getting tasked with a very important high-tier mission to acquire an envelope, an invitation of sorts that the Duchess had received and was keeping somewhere in her estate. The party has also been tasked by that same Duchess to act as her security and performers for her annual ball, a very grand event for all the who's and well-to-dos to poo-poo on anything that they wish behind masks in the most social elegance of the hour. But first, the party will be getting a short rest as they are traveling together. Two of them with the Duchess, and that would be, Cade and Calcis. I keep saying Kurt. My brain, I'm like Ron Burgundy. I'm like, and Kurt, aka Annie. It's a good name, Annie. You could be a Kurt in my eyes. But it is information given to you that her, the Duchess, Lady Zilruska, is making a point to keep her more peripheral guards in the corners of most rooms so that she can kind of trust that they're there, but also if they've been infiltrated, because she fears the nature of the shape changer threat in this kind of rising, kind of dangerous climate, that she doesn't basically have, the lesser known guards infiltrating anywhere and moving about. And that is kind of one step she's taken. She's basically asked you guys to stay in pairs at the fewest. Stay together when possible, but understands you guys are performing. And from the vantage points of your performance or your mingling, to be able to help play, counterintelligence and security by kind of picking up on any espionage, shady business, and shutting it down real quick, or if there's an opportunity, let her know from a position of safety. Um, she trusts only her guard that you guys have seen her with since the beginning, the big armored guy with the great sword. Um, his name is let's see.
Frank. His name's Frank.
His name is Frank. Um, let's see.
I'm sure I have it written down.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it back because I had her call out to him, but I can't remember, so I might change it if we don't have it written down formally. My name is Ron Burgundy? Question mark. But in any
I have
case,
such weird notes. One of them being Diddy Pad.
Oh God. No.
Oh Lord.
All right. Well, until further notice, his name will be Voltus. Voltus. Voltus Praith. Is his last name Praith, but she calls him affectionately by his first name. It's a very Kevin Costner, and Whitney Houston vibe. So with that, we have, unless there's anything in particular, the party uniting, meeting once again in her carriage. It is the weekend, essentially, like we'll say in this game it'd be the equivalent of like Thursday evening. The Masquerade ball is Friday night, so we can do some discourse. We can give you a long rest. We can jump right into the Masquerade, like boom, and pop in with the performing the interactions. But I want to leave this moment for you guys to have an opportunity to role play, share some intel, and you guys kind of need this to avoid meta, to kind of give each other good information. Of course, for Annie and Pete, feel free to like ask me like if a conversation about this was had, and I'll feed you guys whatever kind of missing elements, because you guys missed last week. And so we return to being picked up by her carriage, which is very roomy, considering, mainly because halflings don't take up too much space in a carriage meant to carry, limousine-esque aspects of medium-sized characters. And she is...
We can all fit on one bench.
Yeah, just all.
Your shield takes up a good 2 spots,
That's
ma'am.
right. Yeah, that's true. The shield does. Yeah.
His cooking pin takes up more than that, according to the mini.
Yeah, seriously. All right. Well, it is good to have all of you back. No one got separated. There's no chance of infiltration. I don't know how I'd even confer or confirm such a thing.
Tuesday.
That's right.
Depends on how flexible you are.
It's Tuesday, isn't it? Is that? But,
Yeah. Tuesday.
Tuesday. That's right. That is the key word, the code. Very well done. But I suppose that only confirms you are who you say you are. What about the others?
We've changed a little bit.
Yeah, I think we've all changed a little bit since the last we've seen.
Yes. What happened? Are you all well? Is everything okay? I know dealing with the underworld is very dangerous. Any news on Black Blood?
I'm gonna look at Merrick. I'll look at Admira, and like, yes and no. Yes, we know a little bit about the Black Blood, that it's clearly he's not a fan of it.
Really?
That it's comes from an abyssal from the abyssal plane. It's definitely not. He's not a fan of it. It takes he apparently he needs souls, and dying by black blood takes the soul and corrupts the soul. So he does not like it.
Ooh, that is. Does that mean a person who's killed this way? It explains why clerics cannot bring back even the most wealthy of clientele.
Yes, yes. And then there's
Equalizer.
the pufferfish poison, which would explain the rest of the nobles in town,
I see.
showing that they are. It shows that they act, they present as dead, but they're not dead. They come back to life after a certain amount of time. Is what happens with this pufferfish.
They've been this dark entity, this force that is infiltrating us. They're poisoning nobles to make them seem dead, but why? If they're going to just take them anyway, do they need them alive?
I think it's more nefarious than that. They want it. They want them to appear dead, possibly for some sort of espionage, if you will.
To follow, this is also complicated. What what is the difference for people who can wear a face if someone else is dead or alive, secretly or known? Why not do it the old-fashioned way and slit the throat and toss them in the water? Not that I've ever done that.
I don't know the answer to that. I'm gonna look around. Yeah, go ahead.
As you Callus is going to look over to you and go, if they're poisoning them and then bringing them back because they can, wouldn't that be kind of a power over that family or that house?
Possibly.
If they brought them back?
Possibly. But these poisons are being made by a particular group, which he knows.
Oh, and he told you?
No. That's the rub.
I don't like rubbing.
He really does. There's a lot. Have you ever been to Fleshhold?
No, I'm a lady of the upper echelon.
This is
an insult.
Listen, you never know. You never know. I just wanted to ask. So I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look at Merrick. Should I ask her?
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's enough secrets.
So in order to get the name, he has asked us. He said that you have something in your possession that he really, really wants, and it's apparently some gilded scroll or an invitation of sorts that he would like to get his hands on.
It takes you into the sea, some deep,
Somewhere.
fathomed place.
Yes, there's no denying it. I would normally immediately lie about such a thing, but I suppose I have to move forward with a modicum of trust, as I'm trusting you all, and you deserve the trust that I can impart into you. But I will say this: it is greatly distressing that someone even knows about that scroll. Greatly distressing. It is not something you should speak of outside of this.
Listen, we don't even know what it is. He just said gilded scroll. I don't even know what that means. If it was a spell or something, I was gonna ask, is it something that can be reproduced, even magically, in some form or fashion?
I am a bit of a student of certain topics, and one of the topics is the nature of magic as it can be inscribed on parchment, on stone. I have long made it a lesser known secret of my family that we are students of such things. Very few people know, including the king of Termish himself. Long may he live. The king received this scroll, fearful of it, and rightly so. Immediately sent it to me to help make sure it is not something designed to create harm, devastation, destruction. The complexity of it is beyond 3 to 4 generations of my family's work. I have it stored in my personal vault, where I will keep it there until I can ascertain why someone wants to seemingly present such a scroll to the king like an invitation, and you apparently know where perhaps it goes.
We only know what we've been told or what we've been presented with. And rather than be sneaky and, cause any other any other issues, I figured it's easier just to ask you about it. And
So there's the rub.
yeah, that's the rub.
And it's not to say that we didn't try to get more out of him. He was very tight-lipped on what he would say to us about it.
I don't know what to do.
Also, Cade, being his normal impetuous self, goes, well, what's more important, finding out about the blood or the scroll?
You have a gut-wrenching point, but I have an obligation to the king to figure out what the scroll is and how it works. I can't just give it away. Is it possible we can make a duplicate and fool the devil, Is it even...
It's up to you.
That's my question. I don't know.
Well, it's not... I turned to Poppy and go, to be fair, we don't even know what the original looks like, so whichever one we get and give to him is the one we found. Who says we... No, but we have been tasked, or that these have been to be honest, I didn't even know this happened, but if you've been tasked to get a scroll, golden scroll from the Duchess, and you find a golden scroll and you say, I found this at the Duchess, even if that isn't the right one, you have fulfilled what you've been asked.
Cade, he'll know. And then we're going to be in deep shit. He will know.
Exactly what...
Well, how important, look, when you talked about this guy, how bad is he?
He takes souls.
Well, he can't have mine. Somebody's already got it.
So you'd risk your family?
Well, I'll risk myself. I'll give it in. You can't take my soul anyway.
So the bottom line is, we either don't find about this blood, or we take some risks, or we take the scroll directly to the king, shorten that chain, then get it to this devil. But I think if it's as serious as it is, I don't think you want the scroll in that person's hands. So either we go find another venue to figure out who's creating these poisons that are clearly demons.
Right. Tonight, while you are at my home, I will show you the scroll and see if there's anything you can glean about it or anything you can help me. I am humble enough to realize that despite being a specialist, perhaps my field is narrow. You all seem...
If you show us the scroll, we have to know who you're showing us with at the same time, because one of your friends is not your friend.
Yes, you're right. It will be only us then. Is that okay? With, of course... No, it will be only us. It's the only way. Okay. It is only us then tonight. At a lull of the party, when everyone is satiated and supplied with entertainment, drinks, and gossip, we will take a reprieve, go to my office, and I will take you to my vault. We'll take a look at the scroll, see if there's any magic or secrets you can glean. You have presented yourself as intelligent and knowledgeable people. I know you are, of course, looking for someone. Um, and I wish to, of course, put myself in position to help you. Your wisdom regarding the devil you know is good intuition. There's a world where I consider briefly thinking, what if you give it to him and steal it back? Fulfill your own deal, get your information, and
Your
capture it
Grace,
again.
that's up to you. We told.
Is that the risk you're willing to take?
Yeah.
This is a great risk. He has the information we need. And I fear
I'm
it
not
isn't
saying he's
for
not
me.
honest. I'm saying he's 3 steps ahead of us.
Well, what you do in my position? I have a people to protect. I have a king to help in deciphering the nature of this magic, and I have this poisoning, this blood that threatens the upper echelon who will, the people rioting is a terrible thing. The court rioting is a true loss of society.
Invite this devil. Talk to him in a place that you trust. And have a discussion.
That's
You make an assessment. He brings 5, we bring 5.
He does have mutual enemies with us.
You both don't like this black blood. You
Yeah,
both want it gone and
you
taken
do have
care
a
of.
exactly. You have a common.
Take something from him
Can
that he would want in exchange. You need to find out what he values. And in the trade, use his collateral, risk collateral. If he uses it against you, you use something against him.
Okay. You have given me a great new angle of something fresh. I will consider it. Let's just focus on this. No, go ahead.
Can he come to the party
No,
in a
I
disguise?
will not have the devil you know coming to this party. My reputation has taken decades to build. The devil you know, even under a face of a mask or an illusion, is capable of putting me in a position to have openly invited a crime boss to my home.
Yeah, knowing what kind of person he is, this really isn't his either.
This is too nice, for sure.
And all those people looking back and forth like, oh, okay. No clue.
Yeah, no clue.
I need some expectations for this evening as well. I know that you want a performance, but I think some people perform and some people need to keep an eye out.
Yes.
Based on the training that I've had with, and I want to say, with Admira and her new skills, I think her and I are in the crowd or perched somewhere while the other 3 created a distraction. We need to pay attention to who's moving around here.
I will be perusing the crowd, passing out, lovely babke and baklava and pierogies. If I could use your kitchen later on or sometime to create these, I think I could maneuver my way through the crowd and gain an ear while passing out my
Persuasion
baked
check
goods.
advantage.
Do a persuasion check on the Duchess? Nice.
For Poppy.
With advantage.
Are you cool with that, Admira? Like you and I go find a spot, kind of.
That's a 17.
Love those desserts. They outdid you. No, of course, you are cultured. You've traveled. You are people who have understood food is the heart of all cultures. You will have my permission, though. I should say this: while I am the Duchess of this estate and this realm, there is one person who is boundary and threshold even a Duchess wouldn't dare cross, and that is my head culinary artist, who holds, you could say, iron fist over the kitchen.
I'll lean in and I go, I don't think you know I have an iron rolling pin.
I don't know if that is... I don't want violence in the kitchen. Unless you are saying your iron rolling pin has a way to charm people and make them more amenable to your invading of their...
Of course, that's what I mean. Of course, It's this amazing personality that makes it happen.
It's definitely her buns.
Right.
Child, just one question. Obviously, overhearing this thing about the devil and about it wanting souls and all this sort of gubbins, Cade's gone a bit quiet now. That he sat there. He's just looking, and he's like, he starts to sort of try in his head to sort of see if he can contact whoever's got his soul
Right.
to find out that it's not this guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Um,
know
Ooh.
who it was,
Yeah, you don't. It could be.
Wait, what?
and I just want to sort of go.
Wait, you gave up your. Oh, wait, this is just Tim through. You don't have your soul right now. You're not in charge of
I'm a
that.
warlock. I'm a warlock.
Oh
Warlocks
yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
souls.
Okay. Tie. Cool.
Um,
So I'm sat there. I'm just like, just quiet, just contemplating.
I'm actually going to look at Cade and go, well, if Amira and isn't going to be doing her show, do you want to be who I knock things off of their head from a whip?
Yeah, yeah. You could also, to be honest, as I said, you've seen me many a times. You don't have to miss.
I don't usually.
And
miss.
No, but it'll be good for the show for you sort of build up to it and then have a crack straight in my face or something, and I could look like I've taken it, but I won't have taken any damage.
Okay. Okay. We can play it by ear on where I'm going to hit. I don't know if I want to hit your face though.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
and look, if you need me to perform, I will be ready. But if you would rather me be I would rather have an aerial view up high to where I can, with my new, sharpshooter ability, I can be as far away and still have an advantage on if anything does happen. If you would rather me be stationary or ready to perform, I can do both.
We about to depart on this one?
I think we'll fast forward to a long rest.
Yeah, before. Oh, okay. We're long resting in the cart.
We'll have you guys decide where you guys want to long rest, and then we'll doodle loop to the
Is it worth us?
Where your minis are.
Is it worth
wanna
us
get into
asking
this
you
place.
what you guys got up to at the club? Because obviously we don't even know you had that anything yet.
If it's possible, I'd like to get into this place before the crowd gets there as well.
Yeah.
Be able to search out nooks and crannies if there's a spot to be able to hide,
Yeah.
and then
We can
kind
do
of
that.
sort things out based on the description.
Also, if I cook the food, even there's a chance that somebody takes control of the head chef and puts poisons in the foods. If I'm cooking the food, she knows for a fact.
You're right. If you bring that up.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna bring that up.
Yeah. All right. Honestly, you don't have to roll for that. That is a strong point. She did put like systems in place while he's there, but if he gets intercepted before he's even there and is not himself, then at that point, that's a risk. So she's going to have to piss off her culinary artist for the chance take risk that not risking the lives of the guests. So she's going to make sure that you are in charge, but you also can't be alone under any circumstance in the kitchen, and cannot leave like the kitchen until like the food, like until things like you're done.
For sure. If it's he and I, if we establish that he is who he is, and we know that I am who I am, I think then we are good to do that. And then my plan is to use my shield and just load up all the buns and just walk around the room as like a cigarette girl at a show, and just hawk the pastries.
Awesome. Okay. So you want him to be there with you?
Yes. No, absolutely.
Okay.
I don't want him to not be there. I just think
Okay. So
I
you'll be
want
keeping an eye on him. He'll be keeping an eye on you.
exactly
Okay, cool.
get the best of
All
both
right.
worlds.
And then we'll have Tim and Coco. You guys are going to be doing like kind of some like reconnaissance for like vantage points, nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
Before,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah.
Pete, I will be answering your internal insights eventually, but I'll just say for now, you've never really understood like what it is that allows for communication and just in the internal, searching, even in dire times, this faltered. You feel like almost there's some ritual, a reach, some sort of energetic exchange, or even bartering system that you have to determine. One of those things where you are realizing over time it's not as clear as a conversation in the head to reach the
Jay,
the Hellfire Hotline. No, I'm kidding, not the Hellfire Hotline.
I like that. That's good.
Grace, I have one more request, and I know it's going to be wild. We're going to be spread out. It's going to be loud. Do you, in your vault, have potentially what's called sending stones?
You do. I have.
If I could at least borrow one set, this could be more effective.
And it would be connected to who else?
Depending on where you're sitting, Admira will be with you, and I'll be on the floor, and we could communicate with each other. You being informed with what's going on as well through Admira.
Is there? I suppose that would free me up to be able to discuss things with clients and allies without being distracted by, no doubt, your important information. Very sensible. You are professionals. I'm feeling better every moment. Yes, you will have sending stones, but only for the authorized personnel. It should be you two for now. All right, so add sending stones to Admira and Merrick's inventory there. It's like it just little pushes in little earpiece in the inner ear.
Yeah, the tiny stones. Yeah,
The
they
tiny
look
stone,
super cool. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what's up.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like the Final Fantasy shells.
Yeah. Okay. She says I have rented accommodations for you nearby the estate. I would have you stay at the estate proper, but I would prefer to you to arrive without fanfare and not be too closely connected as targets prior. I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
Will you be sending a carriage for us then?
Yes, you will be arriving as though delivering shipments for the kitchen. That will be your introduction to Chef Bowley. He is a very proud man. Be gentle with his ego. It is as fragile as a flaky croissant, but he is a masterful alchemist of the delicious natures.
Then we should get along great, because I'm just as crazy.
Oh boy. You make me very nervous, little one.
No! Don't worry about me.
Okay, I shall not. All right, thank you, my friends. I hope you rest well. I hope your sleep brings you peace and ease, and I will be under the care of Voltus until further notice. You can trust that he will be at my side at all times. And she has kind of a wistful look in her eye. All right. So, we will say we have the long rest achieved, unless there was, evening things. But jumping towards the, I guess, arrival of you all in the carriage to the kitchen, you guys got your sending stones, full rest, recharge, full health, removal of exhaustion. Hopefully, if you didn't, I don't know. I never know which games have someone under the exhaustion effect. Annie usually has it somehow. Let's see. Okay. further ado, with that said, Pete, actually, I'll give you one chance here to entertain any possibilities of in the night, if you creatively want to do anything to once again try and search a contact with your patron. You have that moment, perhaps alone, in the quiet of a perhaps shared room. If you want to try and think of anything there to bridge the mysterious contact. It was a pact formed in a state of, I know, dire circumstances and need, and it has not been something readily available over the months, if not, I don't know, years. Up to you to determine the length of time since you've had it as level 4.
In a while, I've not really cared. It was kind of something in the back of my mind. I've just kind of went, yeah, I'll get to that at some point. That's not, look, my soul's not important. That's for years away. And it was just this conversation that sort of, I was like, oh, is that, type conversation. And I so I talked to Annie and I was sort of like, look, I know there's not a lot you don't know about me, and I know I didn't realize that these things happen, but a few years ago now, I entered an agreement with someone, somewhere, just to. There was lots of bad things happening, and it turned me into what I am today, with all my sort of skills and abilities, and being able to summon. And I do that, and that's my mal will appear in my hand, as you've seen multiple times. My weapons appear and stuff. I don't know where this came from. I have zero ideas where this came from. It's always been here for several years now. I wake up and I can just do stuff. I know that I heard when it happened, sort of like pact agreed, your soul is mine. But look, that's a minor little thing. That's back at that. That's just like it happened. I don't know why, but maybe it's the first time since then I've even had any inkling or any insight. Obviously, I didn't meet him. The rest of the party did, but yeah, there's not going to be too many people around that take souls, is there? That can't be a common thing to do.
I don't know, but you're still our brother, so soul or not, you're family.
Oh yeah, no, I get that. It's.
Would you want to meet this guy to figure out if he's the one who has it, so at least you know?
I just don't want to be in a situation. Look, I've just realised we're all related. We're getting quite well now, and I don't want to be in a situation where the strings are pulled in a direction that causes strife within our family.
Well, I think the only way that strife's going to happen with that is if you don't talk to us all about it. Because then that would be, hey, by the way.
Yeah, well, he might not be it. It might look.
It may be nothing. But it could be something. So
I'm just gonna. I wanted to see if I can. I don't want to. Damn it! How did I contact him last time? And I sort of start walking around, sort of like. And I start trying to throw out my sort of anguish at whatever's out there, trying to sort of get his attention. And I'm trying to do it because obviously I know I did this non-verbally last time. It was definitely sort of a searching, like. And I'm trying to sort of summon the sort of frustration I felt on that night when I saw Merrick get sort of taken down, and I needed to save him, needed to be there, needed to sort of get there, and whatever happened, I didn't care. I had to do it, and it was like my one defining moment of I did something that wasn't an idiotic, stupid child thing, and actually managed to sort of do something for Merrick. It's first time ever. It's never happened again. Look, I know he thinks of me as sort of that petulant child that just wants to grow up. But look, and as I'm doing that, I'm like, and I under my breath, I'm like, look, it's my fucking birthday today. I've got to do something right.
Did Callus know it was your birthday?
No, no one does.
Did Callus hear that?
Yes, that was out. That was out loud.
That was loud enough that I could hear you?
Yep.
Okay. It's your birthday.
Oh, that doesn't matter. Look, we've got to sort out this now. We've got to find out. Oh, say, what have I done? I can't.
Maybe this guy can tell you who you made an agreement with.
But do you trust him enough? Do you reckon? Do you reckon that from what Merrick was saying about the guy, he's like, and the way that the Duchess said that he's under sort of the kingpin of sort of underworld type activity, and to be honest, they've always said never trust the devil, but to be honest, I don't know if it was a devil that I made the agreement with. It could be a slug from Alpha Centauri, as far as I'm concerned.
Where's
I
that?
don't know at this point. Exactly, I don't know. I don't know who, what, when, where, anything.
So we just need to find information. And it may not be him that we want to find it from. But you need to figure out, and we need to help you figure out who you're connected to.
Yeah, just literally could be anything. Oh, I'm sort of frustration kicking in and trying to sort of cast out and
walk over to you, and as you turn, bear hug you.
Yeah, I'm not going to be. The only way I could get away from that would be a misty step, so I'm not going to try.
And as I do that, I'm just going to be like, you're not alone. It's not just you and Merrick anymore. We'll figure this out.
Yeah, I get that. And it's not just me and Merrick, but that means I've got, instead of just me and Merrick in danger now, it's everyone.
I think we can take care of ourselves. Together.
You know, have more faith in your older siblings.
I appreciate it, but
We are old.
look, again,
Kate
it's
having
me.
a cry?
No, yeah, typical Merrick. Trying to explain what's happening, and you just instantly jump to me crying.
What did I miss?
I'm like, look, I understand. Look, I may have put you all at danger. Look, these things happen, but I need to find out who it was, and if it's that guy, I don't know if he's got any power over me, any control over me. I don't know. Look, it's been years. Nothing's happened so far. I've just got these cool abilities, and I can do stuff. It's been like a godsend. But, I don't know.
Well,
He can't tell me what to do, can he?
I have something that I hope will make your day and your birthday, now that we know, a little bit better. Amir will reach into like her pocket and she'll fish out the ring and like grab his hand and hand the ring and put the ring in his hand, and she'll look at him and be like, "This is access to get into his club, VIP access. Now you can go and ask him yourself and find answers, and we'll be there with you."
How long does it take to get there? Do we need to know now? Do we need to know tonight? Is it going to cause any problems for tomorrow? Oh, I don't know. Look, thank you for the. I appreciate this. I don't want to let the Duchess down. I don't want to let you guys down tomorrow.
You're not going to. And she'll like grab his shoulders and like, shake him a little bit. You're like, we will figure it out. Like, we'll figure it out. Stop overthinking it. Stop worrying about it. We'll figure it out. Now we have something important to do. Not saying that that's not important, but we have to try to figure out this black blood, business that we have going on. And we are now stuck in between two giant powerhouses of people that we have to figure out not to make each other mad at us. Each of them mad at us.
Exactly. That's why I want to make sure that I'm not in some way aligned to the one that we are not. That's
if you
my
are
concern.
or you aren't, it's already happened.
Yeah.
The only thing that matters right now is tonight. So you gotta pack that away.
Tonight.
One day at a time. One day at
I
a
sort of-
time.
I nod at everybody, but I do sit down quite. I'm definitely
Hey.
not my normal joyful
Yeah.
When did
cocky
you
self.
You're
be
gonna ruin your
joyful?
own birthday for yourself.
Was that Merrick?
Uh,
Are you gonna ruin your own birthday for yourself?
Did somebody
Because
say birthday?
we were at this club, and we all took some really disgusting shots. And this is something that I wouldn't do for you, since I love / want to punch you in the face all the time. I'm gonna just compromise myself just a little bit because I know you can't resist this. And he reaches into his pocket, and there's a small flask, and he's gonna look over at Admira. Since you missed it, you can take this at your own peril. But the next time you're feeling blue or down or whatever, this is some of this Stygian brew that we got down there. It made Admira super powerful, and I think I can walk through walls.
As you
Oh, yeah.
you get it, I look at it and go, God, you drank this, Merrick?
Well, you weren't there.
what-
Someone had to pick up your role.
We all did.
Well, and Mira, and as they're talking, Amira goes and sits down next to him, and she like grabs like I guess like the fabric on his shoulder and like starts shaking and be like, "Have you ever heard of a halfling that gets to rage? I drank this and now I get to rage."
Oh, how cute!
You're talking to your older sister here. I might use it against you.
Oh. You'd have to catch me.
But look.
first.
Oh, little brother, it won't be that hard.
I have rope.
I could probably find some chains somewhere.
Tell you what,
You're my sister. Don't do that. And I turn Merrick. And... So is there enough shots? Is there enough for two of us for this?
Yes.
I pour it into 2 glasses.
I mean, if the DM says, I'm waiting for.
I lean into Admira. I lean into Admira. I go, this is gonna be fun.
Like she's like sitting there, like like I can't wait to see what's gonna happen.
What I'm telling you is wherever you were at in that decision was your destiny, and it's who you are now. And I support you continuing on your destiny if that's the case. You don't have to drink this. You might grow horns, pal.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Okay, then
100%.
Oh God.
Stay on character then, my friend.
I'll look at Cade and take the other shot and go, "Happy birthday!" And down.
Joyeux anniversaire.
All right, I did roll for both of you. I know that KDP, you gave me permission.
Yeah, I gave you permission for me.
And you.
I'm good with it. What happened?
Oh, tell
Just
me
know,
Cade
like, when I
grows
rolled
another
these-
appendage.
When I rolled these, we had only had pretty good stuff.
Uh-oh.
So just because like you
Uh-oh.
guys might get some bad stuff, or let's say
Hey,
really
look.
bad stuff, does not mean I
It'll be-
targeted you at all. I promise.
It'll be good for role-playing purposes, whatever it is.
Yes, absolutely.
Just gonna stare at Admira while they take this. Like,
I think we're all.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
all three of us are staring at each other and staring at them, just going, "This is gonna be
We're
fun."
we're like in their faces, like just waiting for like something to happen. Just
One moment, please, as they go back to the result notes that I had. But for Kate, I rolled a 4,
Oh no!
which was really scary. And then Annie, I think I rolled it was under. It was on the below the margin of good things, unfortunately for you as well. But it wasn't a 4, but it was still.
well,
It'd be more funny if it was a 1.
It would have been amazing if it was the 1.
You're
Because then you
rolling
got 100.
100.
Someone got 100. Someone got a 1. But one was actually pretty incredibly negatively impactful. Like you lose stats on a 1. And that's kind of fun. Okay. The thing is now I have to think of like, do I tell you or do you discover it in game?
Up to you. You let me know.
Yeah,
Oh,
whichever
man.
you choose.
We are in your hands, and it
I
doesn't
kind of,
bother me
I
either way.
genuinely actually, it's because I need help keeping track. I worry I'll forget about certain
Okay. How
things to
about you don't
introduce
tell
me.
us what it is, but you tell me what triggers it, and
Okay,
when that happens, I'll let you know.
that is actually perfect. Okay. Uh, Annie,
Yep.
yours is, this one is pretty interesting. You, when you discover something is magical, you have the urge to touch it.
Oh no!
Right. I was like, this one is like, it doesn't come with like bad
Tiny.
mechanics, but it comes with like the consequences could be a myriad of anything.
Oh no.
So basically, I'm channeling Rihanna. Got it.
Interesting. Weird. Well, I feel like this is even worse because like Rieta has some sense to like her experiences, whereas like we're talking about like magical flames, things when you want to tactile experience magic, uh, and you will get a roll to resist
Okay, that's what's
anytime
gonna happen.
you observe it, and then for Cade, um, let's see, um, whenever you are at 75% less hit point, 75% or less hit points, sorry. So if you're at 3/4 or less
Yep.
hit points, or you are under the frightened condition,
Oh no.
Okay.
this
I'll
will
let you know when
trigger
that happens.
on those. Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah. All right. That helps me very much. Appreciate you
That's what I mean.
keeping
That's what I
track.
mean. It's easier that way. I can do
Yeah.
that. Not a problem at all.
Perfect. That way it'll be a surprise when those happen. Yeah.
Does that mean he like runs away at 75% health?
No,
Can't go
no,
closer.
Oh, he can't go
It's
closer.
No, no. When I'm
oh,
at 75 or less, or frightened, I
correct.
tell
Oh, oh,
Charmed,
oh, oh.
and
I
Charmed
gotcha.
tells me what's happened.
Or frightened. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it
Yes.
was at 75% he becomes frightened.
No.
Okay.
No. This is any of those two conditions. We'll find out what
Gotcha.
happens. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I was like, that is the shittiest permanent.
Oh,
No.
I knew.
No. I
I
would
knew what you
probably.
meant, Charmed. I
Yeah.
knew what you meant, Charmed.
I would
Yeah.
probably
Yeah, and
homebrew that to be like 50%,
Yeah.
to be honest, because 75% is like
Yeah, I'll
crazy,
tell you
and then
right
you get a
now,
roll
he
for it.
hates frightened. He
yeah,
hates
not
it.
Admira trying to scare the
Also,
crap out of him, see what will
the
happen.
advantage we have is as halflings, we all have advantage to being frightened anyway.
Right. And I'm like, this is kind of like, it's okay, it's
So
cool.
do you want that as 50% now instead of 75?
No,
What? It's your choice. You're the
no.
DM.
So if it was that you were to
Oh,
become
okay, okay, yeah, I get you.
I would have
I get you.
changed it to be like, let's not do it so that it's 75%. I would have it like under 50% or less. But
Okay,
like I said,
cool.
you'll get a
Okay,
save all the same.
got you.
When
I'll
this
let you know.
happens.
Question. Poppy, is your rolling pin that you always have on you magical? Or the spoon?
No, they're just
Okay.
wooden.
I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't constantly like trying
The
to
shield
hurt
is.
you.
The shield is though.
And
That
oh, and
is
by the way,
so
Annie,
hilarious.
it's one touch per thing, so you don't have to be like your companions or your own items. You don't need to be like, oh my god, I love it all the time. It's just like one touch per thing.
She's always
and
following
that's
Poppy around like, gimme.
Yeah.
and that's
totally.
and you got to save against it. So like if you're just like, I need to roll a save to not touch that, I'd be like, okay. this
Oh,
is
okay. Cool.
So, like nothing is like without a save generally in this game. It's going to be a check, a save. Yeah, those things will be in mind. Okay, so with that said, let's carry on to you guys have been picked up by the Duchess's, like the service that would be like food and ingredients and supplies for the kitchen. You guys are kind of packed in secretly to kind of arrive on her estate property, and her estate as the Duchess of this region. She's basically like she holds the Termish king's interests on this part of the coastline, and she's been rewarded with her incredible abilities to look out for the kingdom's interests and diplomacy. From this level of the people, as you guys have known her to be very like beloved to the point where people strangely against her desires call her the mother of of this region. Um, and you see that it is an opulent, multi-tiered, um, marble columned, almost like a citadel. Not a true stronghold, not a manor, manse, or palace, but a blend of things, naturally using the gorgeous, sea stone of the sea cliffs of Termish, glamorous and daunting, beautiful, and almost kind of a sense of realizing wealth, the wealth of generations has been established here. Lavish, magical illusions, even shimmering to create a sense of mystique and beauty on small and great things. Statues bow and then take their place as you guys approach. Little strange magical nuances such as that.
So what's the first thing that Callus sees that's magical out there?
Oh God.
Oh God. Yeah. The statue. Yeah. Probably bowing statue is the first thing that you'll have to do a wisdom save. Thankfully.
Can I give her guidance?
Please do.
Guidance, I think, works on skills.
Oh, that's right.
Resistance. Yeah. But
Oh man. Oh
you just like rolled an at one just out the gate.
Yeah, I did. And
You're a halfling.
Modifier.
Oh yeah, you're a
You're a
halfling.
halfling.
Halfling, reroll 1.
You get to reroll. My brain immediately went to that moment of, really? Really? Okay, that was a 16, so 15.
All right. We'll say for the innate nature of magical things that you've encountered as a collective on her property, you will use that save, and you will basically like find yourself like battling the urge to just touch the stone, to experience the magic, whatever ley lines powers them, enchantments, all of it. You are holding it in. You could audibly do so or not.
Visibly, she's going to be like, her hands are twitching and like kind of going out to touch, and then pulling it back and kind of crossing her arms to be like, okay, we're not gonna, yeah, okay.
It's like you just run your. It's like you just run your hands against. Just brush your hands against things as you walk by.
Visually, now that I can recognize magical things, what does it look like to her? Like, is it a shimmer of something? Is it a glow?
It's a shimmer. Yeah, I'd say more of a shimmer. The almost like the shimmer of the way that games render like invisibility, but still so you can see, so you can shoot at invisible targets, like in video games. It's like that warping. Yeah.
Okay. Do magic things like, okay, wait, I don't know if it's magic. Are you guys seeing all the shimmery stuff?
The sugar? Sugar?
No.
I'm looking up in the air when she says shimmering stuff. I'm like, I don't
like the fountain thing. It's
The water shimmers.
Nope, not the water. Nope.
I think you're the only one, Calcis.
You gonna be okay? Are you gonna be okay?
Did that shot hit you a little too hard?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just I never noticed the shimmery stuff.
As you go, well, at least you've got some of that. To be honest, that shot was completely pointless. Nothing happened at all.
Okay. And she just keeps glancing from shimmery thing to shimmery thing to shimmery thing as we're moving.
You finally arrive at the back entryway where the supply carriage pulls in to kind of the kitchen, where the kitchen can quickly access the supplies, and there, crossing their arms, is a big, burly, bearded and tattooed figure with a tall chef's hat. The tallest chef's hat you've ever seen. It's like the Pope hat of chef's hat. And his demeanor is that of someone who has already been told the news, um, of this intrusion, this invasion, this need for secrecy, obviously. But he's there with his crew, his staff. Basically people there to help prep, and even the guards are there to keep an eye. It's like a very specific operation to try to mitigate espionage here. But
I will
he
walk.
is
I will walk straight up to him. I
okay.
just short as hell. I'm just gonna walk straight up to him, and I'll just look up and go, Chef Bully.
Chef Boppy.
Just passive insight.
What's your passive?
16.
16's pretty damn good on a passive for a passive. You're getting the vibe that this is a person who's trying to. It's not about keeping their job. This is about keeping their dignity intact as they are fuming at the sense of being mistrusted. They don't subscribe, as you can tell, to the idea that the quality of their work should be at risk because lives are at risk. You get the opinion that this person is like, is willing to risk it all to make art and to succeed in ways that they want to be the best, and that they're very protective in such a way where they would, of course, have the Duchess's interest in mind, but they probably don't give a fuck about any of the other nobles.
Sure.
Honestly, like they don't want to embarrass her, but they're like, don't nobles embarrass themselves for free. I'm not gonna like go out of my way to try to mitigate my operation for them, but he cares about the Duchess.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look straight at him. I'm gonna pull out my chef's hat and my rolling pin, and I'm just gonna look at him and say, "Bully, we both want the same thing. I'm not here to disturb your operation. I'm here to make it. I'm here to. This is gonna be so like corporate. I'm here to be a force multiplier. Let's do this."
At that point, he looks at you with a smile, and he kind of reaches out with a handshake, give you a handshake, and on one of his hands, the tattoos just says salt across his knuckles as he offers you that.
I offer my hand and I go, I've been assaulted.
I've made that joke once or twice when slapping someone who kept a dessert on the flames for too long.
That'll never happen
I'm
with
glad
me.
you understand. And on his other hand, it says sear, S-E-A-R. You don't want this hand.
You don't want this spoon.
As
Maybe
they're
I
doing
do.
that, I'm gonna lean over to Amira and go,
Oh, very well, very well. I don't think we have to worry about her.
Well, let's get to baking.
Yes, it is time we create. I'm very interested to see your methods. The Duchess has informed me you make, or offered to make, the very desserts of her homeland. Very bold of you. Where did you learn this?
My mother, of course.
You did. Mother's recipe. Family recipe. Sacred.
Only the best.
And where did she learn it?
I can't tell. That's a family surprise.
I see. Very well. Under the nature of secrecy, it will be.
My name is Jeff. I get it.
I have learned everything from my own mothers as well.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. Well, you don't share your moms. I'm not going to share my moms, and we'll still make the best buns these nobles have ever seen and tasted.
And he nods very professionally and kind of gives the signal for everyone to like keep going. As the rest of you watch as Poppy just gets to war in that kitchen. You know, starts going after it. Amazing, amazing. All right, so we'll go for my security personnel with the sending stones. Let's do an investigation check for you guys to kind of make the kind of clear perimeter to make sure there's nothing suspicious, anything kind of planted that wouldn't belong. Kind of the classic kind of make sure that this place hasn't already been compromised if it is.
Ooh. 17.
14.
Between the two of you, doing a very devoted job. Very obviously with your roles taking your time. You know, even looking like beside alcoves, you know, where they're, you know, prep a bust, things like that are making sure that there's nothing, you know, near the structural integrity of the pillars of the main Masquerade Hall, which are beautiful, which we will get to see. There's a fountain, there's magical effects, there is all kinds of things being set up, even so much as to discover that the musical entertainment is what looks to be once again another spell and magical effect. As you realize that the very music is like unseen servants playing floating instruments. You can see that statues every now and then open their mouths and something comes out of it and it smells like perfume. You know, like wafting scent of potpourri or perfume finds its way creeping in as you can hear the subtle enchantments and music. People haven't been filtering in yet, but you are greeted by the Duchess, who is, you know, welcoming you, all the remainders of you, who kind of, once the security perimeter is kind of being done there, will be greeting Annie and Pete, as well as making sure that she's kind of looking at Voltus, and she is, you know, you can see he has a gentle hand on her back as he kind of looms in his armor, greatsword strapped to his back, and he's kind of keeping a very close eye. Oh, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. You are looking amazing and wonderful. Your clothing. I've never seen such decadence in terms of performative, what's the word? Flexibility. Your legs look very muscular, I might add.
She's just going to kind of nod her head and bow and thank you very much.
Of course. All right. I fear tonight might be a den of knives wrapped in silk. There are those who would rather see the realm of Termish burn than welcome giants and Yuan-Ti as allies. But you will keep your eyes open, watch the nobles, scan the crowd, protect my guests. Yes. Sorry, I didn't hear if you had answered.
I said always. Sorry.
That's perfect. That was me having to close the door. Okay, wonderful. And then the security team having kind of scoped things out, and you can see on our screen, you know, this is what it'll look like when there are, you know, people filtering in. But
Yeah, sorry, I jumped the gun on that one.
No,
You were going in there, and I was like, oh.
no, I love it
Yeah,
because it helps me remind myself what to describe because we talked about it, and I don't have to check like the Instagram conversation. So I appreciate this. The 4 pillars, massive, beautiful pillars. Each one looks to have been the stone was transplanted with actual like hieroglyphs on them. Like this was brought from like a far off like desert realm like or like the Netherese even perhaps ancient. And you know, very an eclectic taste for those of you from the Hearst Castle on the California coast. A sense of bringing elements from the most, you know, beautiful and ancient cultures into one place. But the pillars are, you know, obviously very, you know, powerful, thick, load-bearing things that allow the masquerade to have kind of a sense of symmetry surrounding a fountain. And within that fountain, around that fountain, are flames orbiting, creating a beautiful, constant lighting that normally a chandelier or multiple chandeliers would provide, but the flames are bright and brilliant and create that beautiful effect of shadows and firelight. Most welcome in a masquerade ball, and less welcome, like in a place where people would probably want to be able to see more. Masquerade's all about nobles this year being able to hide who they are and talk to them more candidly and play a game of this is who I really am under the freedom to speak to others I know might have influence on things they care about. So dim light, rotating flames. There's a stage, a place of performance, and that would actually, I think, be behind the rotating slides. I think the rotating slides might be covering it, but you would be able to see a stage set up for your performance aspects. In the corners and against the walls of every room are guards. And I believe there are, yeah, there's like staff serving, getting ready to serve and wander around for guests all across as gossips and dance and all kinds of watching of opportunities for titillating experiences all are had. I don't think I missed anything. Tim, remind me if there's like something there that I can't see that I failed to describe.
I was trying to bring the slides down so they can see the stage. I put them there as well.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Nailed it. To the east, sorry, to the right, to the east, is a overlook, a balcony. That is the Duchess's spot of where she would get. She kind of says, "This is where I'll be to announce things. Traditionally, this is where I always am. So, like, if someone's going to hurt me, maybe they'll know at one point in time I'll be there." That for security, I will let you know. That connects directly to an area that connects to my office. Within the office, there is a secret access to my vault. Beyond a hallway that is trapped to a treasure room. That is where I'm storing the envelope. There are fail-safes, illusions, things of protection. I'm not going to give anyone access to it, not even just you, so I will make sure that as the time comes, we'll to be together for that. As she kind of puts her hand over her like clavicle as she kind of says that thoughtfully. Any of the 5 of you who aren't Poppy can do an insight or perception check. Your choice.
We're not Poppy.
So everybody but me.
Yeah, you are not there. You're gonna give me a cooking check or baking check. And I don't know what you would roll because I think culinary skills have their own like tool proficiency. So
they do.
Sorry, just realising my D20's on me, so 2 seconds, just got them. Right.
right.
Oh,
I got a 13.
okay.
Gotta carry that thing on a holster, man. Come on.
What check is it?
You get to choose perception or insight. I like to give kind of like different information based on different skills.
I did a perception, so that would be a 13 of perception.
13, you don't really notice anything in particular than the flashy neck piece that's like a Queen of the Damned like neck piece that goes down to her very generous cleavage.
I have to ask it. Is it magical?
You can't. I can say safely, it hasn't revealed anything that would imply magic.
So basically, I just want to make sure I'm not trying to touch her.
Just
Yeah, pretty much.
there's a threat to your amazing chest. I I am the threat, says Annie.
This is another check on the Duchess.
Yes.
Remember when I tried? I rolled another one, so I'm basically just staring at her boobs.
You get to roll it. You get to roll again.
You're
You get
just
to roll once again.
Okay.
reroll ones as a halfling.
That's
Yeah.
true. So
You-
for a second, I get locked on the décolletage, and then I
Yes.
move on.
And honestly, in all fairness, she is proudly displaying like a jewelry
I'm
piece.
probably being a little bit like too close.
But you
know what I
could
mean?
definitely be a little bit halfling close. Yeah.
The second one was
looking
a
up.
15.
Just peering, like her view of you is just like between like the puffing of the corset and your eyes are just all that can be seen. That is someone draw that, please. Oh my god. Any artist friends? All right, what did you get?
15.
I was doing insight. Sorry, Merrick. What did you get on your second one?
15?
15.
15?
Okay.
You do not notice anything other than the complexity of the neck piece and where her hand is placed. That's about it. And then, Cade.
I went for insight and I rolled the best I could possibly roll, and it meant with my impressive insight, I got a 1. I rolled a 2 with -1, got a 1.
Okay. All right. This is where I get to introduce.
Together.
Yeah, bonk. This is where I introduce. Granted, we aren't in combat, but I do have a Kofi system where the audience has offered rerolls for the players, and I believe we have. I have to check. I put my thing aside. I think we have 10 rerolls. You can use them on anything that isn't a nat 1 if you're so inclined. You can't.
Nah, because it's insight. I'm crap at that anyway.
Cool. I'm just making sure I just offer them, and like I said, the audience has gifted them for you guys in preparation. So, okay. Yeah, you just once again, same bonking head with Merrick. Yeah, same thing. You kind of. She's never looked better. She's not paying attention to the oogling eyes as she's thinking about getting murked tonight. And then. Coco, did you roll?
I did. I got both of the same bonus, so I guess I'll go with insight or roll the 21.
Jesus. Okay. 21. You can tell that when she's talking about access to her vault, you think something about the décolletage is a key or hides the key to like her access point.
Oh, I thought something else. Never mind.
What were you thinking?
Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Access to her vault?
Gosh.
Seems pretty standard. The vault of her heart, good sir.
Key to
Is
her
the
heart.
room too bright? Do I need to turn the sun down?
No, it's good.
Right?
Is
Oh,
the room too bright? Oh, I'm asking
love
for
it.
you for charms. I can
I love
darken
it.
that. Okay.
No, this is great. Thank you. All right. What's up? Yeah, good to have you guys in chat, just enjoying the shenanigans. Okay. All right, with the preparations in mind, Coco and Merrick, you get to roleplay your reports to each other, to the group.
Yeah, well, so we're together, kind of off to the side. I just kind of want to whisper, an idea as much
Yes.
as possible. The Duchess can listen in as well.
Yes, yes.
I think staying up here and laying low is a good. The setting stone only has one shot, so as soon as you see something that's, you know what I mean, that she could be my attention, or to plan a strike, we'll let each other know. If I see something,
Absolutely.
On the ground, this is our emergency button, basically. Just reading the setting stone. It's not necessarily like a Motorola. It's more.
Yes,
Hey, you see
that's
this
correct.
guy? When I get up to him, like when I get right behind him, and what I'll say is my signal to shoot, you know what I mean? It'll just like, be a hand signal or something like this. And
Okay.
then you shoot, I shoot.
I like it.
All right. So
My goal is you're not going to see me. I'm going to disappear on the floor.
Okay, disappear on the floor. Admira, you are always going to be with the Duchess.
Yes.
And then when it gets close, you're gonna rage. Back up.
Oh yeah, I forgot
I'm
about that.
rage shooting. I'm rage shooting right now.
Rage shooting. There is in this game access to a strength-based bow. If you
Oh.
find it, I don't know if your character is modded for that or has the stats for it. I'm just letting you know that there is someone who might have a strength-based bow in this game that I've set up as a combatant.
Wait. It's got to look like that disgusting AI bow that's just where the more you pull
Ah!
it, more
No,
shaft,
no,
more
no.
shaft come out. The more you try pulling it, it's just more wood. Just like,
It's like the most awkward compound bow with three extra like
No, well,
holes.
it's when the problem is she's currently trying to pull that bow with Dex. That's why it's looking at that. When you do a strength, it basically just it forms and goes. You basically teach it who's boss and do it with
Yeah.
strength, and it stays as a bow then.
Years of playing the
Oh
accordion
my
and
god.
firing archery, just mixing horribly. Yeah, amazing. Oh god. Oh man. So, all right, we will fast forward to the grand, the grand performance. So who is performing and on the stage? Um, we'll have we'll have basically setting it up so that the Duchess is in the balcony, uh, and she's basically like inviting certain people to come and talk to her one on one, so that she says there's kind of a security up there with her, and then, she's not too keen to rush down and socialize amidst everything, um, but she will perhaps. So Admira, you'll be with her. The performance will be happening. I'm guessing it's going to be Cade,
Mhm.
and Cade, you and Kelsis, because she'll be whipping
Yep.
at you. Okay, okay. And then
Uh,
Poppy, you
so
finished. So what was your
so
role?
so a couple things with this. I was probably going to pay more attention to the ingredients that were going in, more than putting my effort into the cooking,
Mhm.
to make sure that there's no pufferfish being
Yeah.
used.
Okay. How would you
So
determine that?
I probably just with perception.
with
Okay. So give me. So if your perception would be to determine if like some watching someone put something in.
Or
Investigation, I would say, or maybe even medicine could apply to kind of determining like something that could affect the
sure,
body.
yeah, let's do medicine. Just because if I see pufferfish or parts of
Mhm.
pufferfish, somewhere
Yeah.
amongst the kitchen, and that would be a 22 for a medicine check.
Okay. Go ahead. And what was this roll? Sorry.
22.
22. You discover that in the flour, there is definitely with a 22 is a great roll. We got to reward that here. Uh, there is definitely something that is not supposed to be there. It's not puffer fish spines or signs of venom, but it seems to be a powdered substance. It could be anything. With a 22, I'll say
it's like
this,
yayo.
it has qualities to your understanding that have a headiness upon inhalation. And even the slightest little, like one of these, gives you a sense that your tongue is completely numb for about like several minutes. It goes away, but obviously in those minutes of like revelation of like, I mean, minutes are a long time in these kind of circumstances, but kind of discovering, going through all their bags, several bags you've discovered have been compromised with something.
Uh, I I'm not going to say anything to Boley. I'm not going to say anything to him. I'm just going to let all of that happen, uh, and ensure that the only food that goes out to the crowd is given by me, and I will emerge. I basically I'm going to load up my shield with as many pastries and whatever as possible, and I'm going to cast Purify Food and Drink over the whole thing.
Inspiration point. That's clever. That's good use of your character's abilities. Flavorful. Nice. Yeah. You cleanse the food. You can feel whatever tampering be completely cleansed.
And I'll look at Bully. I go, I'm the only one distributing the food. You've done an amazing job. Your staff is amazing.
Right? Do a deception check just to kind of keep that calm secret.
Deception, so it's a 0. So 16.
Got a nat 20
Oh no.
as he is looking kind of through you as he has a sense of alarm on his face that he quickly covers, and he leans down and says, I don't take you as the type to offer compliments so freely, so readily. What is going on? Should I be worried?
I'm going to do an insight check on that.
Okay.
That's an 11.
Oven. He is. He doesn't give off anything that's like, I've been caught. It's very much like he's thinking behind his eyes, like, where did we go wrong? Like, he's been watching his staff. He's being very careful. He's trying to think what he missed that you are, like, been, not triggered by, but, like, alerted to.
Okay, in that case, I'll just lean in and sit and just tell him, it's like, your flour was compromised by someone in your staff or somebody who provided the flour tainted the flour with something.
He's going to quickly and subtly, like, his movements are going to be quick like he always is, but he's going to make a point to hop over to it and kind of dip a finger into it and taste it. And he's going to turn to you almost immediately and have a furious expression on his face. Is this some kind of sick joke?
From me? No. This is exactly what I was brought in here to prevent.
Chef Poppy. This is powdered poppy flour. This is an opioid. So aptly named after you, or you named after it? Or is that just a coincidence?
That is coincidence, my friend.
Is there such a thing in such dire times?
I'll lean back again. Bully, why would I purify these foods before I walked out with them?
Eat one. I want to see.
I pick one of the ones up that I just purified and eat it, the whole thing.
All right.
With a big old jelly grin on my face.
Okay. So you did cleanse them. Which means if you wanted them poisoned or tampered with, you
would just walk out with them.
All right, so either someone got to it without us noticing, or they got to it just before.
They got to the flour. The flour was delivered this way. Who did we get the flour from?
I will speak to my sources, and I will inform the Duchess. Yes, I will inform the Duchess. Are you able to keep an eye on this place while
I am changing into my gown, and I will be distributing the rest of these buns and perusing the crowd. Consider your staff done for the night. Nothing else leaves this kitchen except for what is on this shield.
Safe to say the staff is probably fine. If the staff were compromised, they wouldn't have gone through such trouble to do the flour. Send them, but I'll keep a note of everyone who.
And if there's whatever, actually, if there's, I'll cast it again. I like make a pile of whatever's been made.
A pile of it, yeah.
And then I'll just cast it again. This is good. Feed this to your people. Don't cook anything else.
All of you, we're done. Good job. You have done a great service to the Duchess, and you will all be paid for the remaining hours, even though you are going to go home. Enjoy success early. Out. Not another word of tonight's affairs. Nothing. And he will send them out the back and lock it up. And the guards will stand guard at this entry point.
As I change.
As you get into your performance clothes. And I think we're going to take an intermission here because I'm dealing with some weird technical stuff on my end. I don't know if it's showing up on your end. I hope not. But I'm glad. Okay, cool. So I'm going to fix this. We're going to take a little break and get to the excitement soon enough.
Cool. Well, we won't set a time. You just we'll come back when you're ready and we're all ready.
Wonderful.
Okay, cool. See you in a bit.
An open road when you're 3 feet tall. Never thought we'd find a family at all. One roll of the dice, one twist of fate. Now we're side by side. Guess this was our fate. Oh, we bicker, we fight. We don't see eye to eye. But when trouble comes, we're always gonna try. Brothers and sisters who knew we would be a family of heroes. Just wait and see. Wait, are we related? We push, we pull, we stumble and fall. Sometimes it feels like we don't know each other at all. But when the chips are down and we make our stand, together we've got half a chance. Even when the road gets rough and life throws down the odds, we've got each other's backs through every trap and fraud. We push, we pull, we stumble and fall. Sometimes it feels like we don't know each other at all. But when the chips are down and we make our stand, together we've got half a chance. Hey, who ate all the rations? Not me, not me, not me. Okay, maybe a little. They're creeping in the shadows, eyes like fire. Razor claws in the dark, they're coming higher. You feel the chill, you hear the hiss, but when you turn around, it's the end of bliss. Murder badger, it's a sneak attack. Murder badger, out for blood. Murder badger, it's on your face. Murder badger, it's a sneak attack. Murder badger, out for blood. Murder badger, it's on your face. Murder badger, no mercy, no time, you're on their list. Never rip and tear through the fog and mist. These monsters won't care if you run or scream. Once they got you, you won't wake from the dream. Murder badger, it's a sneak attack. Murder badger, out for blood. Murder badger, it's on your face. Murder badger, it's a sneak attack. Murder badger, out for blood. Murder badger, it's on your face. Murder badger. You thought you were safe, lock the door tight, but murder badgers, they own the night. You can try to hide, you can try to flee, but they'll find you no matter where you'll be. Murder badger, it's a sneak attack. Murder badger, out for blood. Murder badger, it's on your face. Murder badger, it's a sneak attack. Murder badger, out for blood. Murder badger, it's on your face. Murder badger, they don't care, they don't share. Murder badger, everywhere they'll tear you bare. There.
They were locked up for a reason. But the world ran out of heroes.
So now, you roll with what you got, kicking down doors with a holy grin. a dozen sins. Wrong side of justice, right side of fate. No time to ask, we're already late. We ain't your chosen, we ain't your knight, but we shine damn bright when the world ignites. And we roll for trouble, we play to win. Out of the sails and into the spin. We're taking chances, bending fate. The last bad call on heaven's slate. Roll for trouble, that's our cue. You want a miracle? We'll do. Hey. Knight lost his banner but swings just fine. Rogue's got charm and a 5-step crime. Druids growling and warlocks curse. Clerics smiling, which is the worst. Call us mad, call us last, but we hit back hard and we hit back fast. We roll for trouble, we play to win. Out of the sails and into the spin. We're taking chances, bending fate. The last bad call on heaven's slate. Roll for trouble, that's our cue. You want a miracle? We'll do. Hey, hey. When the odds look bad, we raise the stakes. When the gods say no, we're the brakes. When the plan goes south, we smile wide. 'Cause no one rides like the ones denied. We roll for trouble, we play to win. Out of the sails and into the spin. We're taking chances, bending fate. The last bad call on heaven's slate. Roll for trouble, that's our cue. You want a miracle? We'll do. Hey. Dungeon born, maybe one or two, but fate don't ask where it found you. Roll for trouble.
Awakening in shadows deep. From endless night I rise and creep. A stolen soul, forever bound. In your heartbeat I am found. I slept for centuries alone, and dreams of blood upon a throne. But your foolish hands, they touched the key, and now your fate is bound to me. Through darkness I was once set free. Now I drag you into misery. I am the shadow in your sight, the curse that haunts the endless night. Your hero fell beneath my bite. In blood we dance till morning light. Your friend, your brother, now my own. A puppet on this cruel dark throne. The demon's hand, it pulls us all. I rise, I claim, I make you fall. From hell's deep pit I stole his flame. Manuki gone, near the echoes of pain. I am the shadow in your sight, the curse that haunts the endless night. Your hero fell beneath my bite. In blood we dance till morning light. But in the dark where shadows sin, a heart still beats within this thing. I am the weapon, I am the blade. But long ago I was betrayed. Now cursed to walk this endless fight. No dawn to break this eternal night. I am the shadow in your sight, the curse that haunts the endless night. Your hero fell beneath my bite. In blood we dance till morning light.
And we return to you now at the turn of the tide, continuing on with the epic story of. I forgot my technology. I'm gonna unplug it at this point. It's just now freaking out even harder now that I'm like, we're live and it's time to dance. The dance of disruption. I unplug you. I rebuke you, possessed demon. Yeah, that's right. I cyberpunked you. I unplugged you. All right. So, with that said, yeah, we return to you all now at the Masquerade with a performance of Calcis and Cade to demonstrate at the Masquerade the glory of their performative skills. Tell us of your performance.
Well, one, before we would get up onto stage, I would have given Cade a different jacket to wear. The jacket would be in the colors of the party. So I'm not sure what party colors we have going on right now.
There's no theme. It's
no overall color for the room or for her court or
it's basically everything as you see in the Masquerade on there. It's multi, like every kind of almost every kind of color is found in some element of light magic. The Masquerade is designed to give people the ability to disappear in anonymity and to be devoid of any pattern or clue, with no sense of theme to give anything away.
Then what I would have him wear is a iridescent, kind of glittery jacket that would gain attention, but he's wearing it over top of his original jacket. And we'll be walking around and talking to the guests beforehand, and then walk slowly up to the stage, having a mild argument about who's stronger and what we should do for this show to have fun with people around and what they would like to see. And we're talking loudly about it. Okay. So I turn to Cade and go, well, aren't you going to help me? I need to move all the setting up.
Okay. Look, I get told every session that I'm the young, irresponsible one. Why have I got to do any work at all?
Well, you're part of the show. You have to help me. So come on, you can lift up that candelabra. Come on, let's go. Let's move it.
I turned to him and said, our sister's always like this. Jesus, fine.
Jesus. And I kind of put my hands on there. And basically, I want to see if Cade can actually lift up the candelabra to move it.
What do you want? Athletics check?
Athletic strength, yeah.
Or do you want a performance check? Performance.
Performance. What you guys are really at the heart of what you're doing. Yeah.
Performance, 24.
Oh, okay. I'm going to look at you and be like, lift it, but make it look like it's heavy for you.
I'll start doing that. I'm like, sort of muscle, sort of veins popping out because I'm a performer after all. I'm just doing this and I'm struggling to hold it with just one hand. I drop it and I grab it with the other one. Both hands in, yeah. And I'm sort of...
You need some help. And I'm going to go over to grab the second candelabra and just pick it up. And walk right around him and past him and just kind of put it down and go.
People are laughing, chortling. It's the laugh of the very wealthy laugh.
Obviously, mine's made of gold and yours is made of lead. That's what it is.
I'm gonna look at it and then look at yours, pick up mine, reach over and pick up yours.
And I'm going to carry on holding it so you pick me up with it.
If you say so, and I'll just put it back down.
So what did you want me to do with this?
Oh, I want you to stand in the middle of them. Yep. So we've got one on
okay.
this side and one on this side. So stand there.
Okay. And I stand there, and I sort of I do like sort of the classic eye roll of, here we go again. And I sort of hold my hands out, ready sort of to sort of.
And I'm going to look at your jacket and go, the jacket's not right. And I'm going to back up and I'm going to take the whip, and I had the whip kind of around my neck and down the side so it was draping. And I'm going to pull it off and I'm going to turn, and I don't know if you want me to do a performance check, acrobatics, or strength. What do you want me to roll for this?
You do performance.
Okay, I was hoping it was going to be athletics or strength.
As I see her whip, I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make a very loud whip sound just reverberate through the room as I see it happen.
Boom! Yeah, amazing.
Callus is going to smile and just be like, okay, I think we need to change your outfit. Okay, that is an 18. And basically what she's doing is she is going to whip the arms of the topmost jacket, just the topmost jacket off. So they fall off, and then his iridescent clothing is under.
Amazing.
As you do that, with the performance I've got, I'm going to sort of feign sort of absolute like shock and horror when you do this, and my arm sort of thing comes off. I'm like, oh, bloody hell, sis, that's my specialty. I usually get paid handsomely for making my clothes get removed.
Yeah, well, I don't want you to remove them that way. Thank you very much. And as you're doing that, I'll be like, we didn't light the candelabra. We should do something about that. And then I'm going to look around, and on the table I had left basically a larger match. And I'm going to walk up, and I'm going to go, you talk an awful lot. We should do something about that. And I'm going to pop it in between his lips. Just hold that.
Okay. Oh, God.
And I'll go off to one side, and I'm going to look at him and look at the crowd. Do you think he deserves a little care? Or should I just go ahead and try and light it?
Get
And I'm
him.
waiting.
As I'm walking around the crowd, passing out buns. I'm also like goading them into interacting with the two up there. It's like, yeah, he really likes to get hit.
They are excited. They're like, yes, get him.
As she's
old
getting
lady,
ready for
whip
this,
the naughty boy, whip him.
as she's doing this, you see me sort of have a bit of a smirk on, and as she sort of like she's concentrating a bit on her whip, I step one step forward.
Like,
I'll look back up.
I was like, ooh, he's getting saucy.
I'll look back up.
Ooh, I'd love slang. Saucy. I will be using that. Thank you. Saucy.
Oh, seeing him. Now that's not the right spot, and I'm going to fling the whip out towards his feet to make him jump back a step.
Again, boom! It's super loud.
Right. Performance.
I jump up. Sorry, go.
Okay, that one is even better. That was a 17, and I have nothing to add to it, so 17.
Okay. Crack. Nice. Okay.
Okay.
I want to jump up in an elegant way with performance, but I do want to not land backwards. I actually want to land where I was, but pretend as if I'm backwards, so it perceives from Annie's perspective that I am actually in the place that she wants me to be.
All right. Do a deception to her insight.
Okay.
My deception is, hang on, what's that roll? Hang on, I've got a good roll, but it's plus. Oh. 23.
I got a 17.
All right. Yeah. Anything? Oh, that's about right. That's the spot.
Okay. So he is actually facing away from me, like facing behind, or facing away from
facing
the
I'm
ground.
facing towards you because I got
He's got the
the
thing in his
match in
mouth.
my.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and, since I don't know he's there, I'm going to go ahead and hit the whip towards him. And I'm not trying to hurt him, but I'm trying to.
I know what you're trying to do, and we'll see if you succeed.
Yeah, I'm trying to like get the side of his cheek.
Oh God.
Okay.
I don't know if you can not. You can't really non-lethal, sonic boom
okay.
someone's face.
Yeah.
I have. Remember, also I have temporary hit points running at the moment, just to let people know.
16.
Yeah, I've got an armor class of 11. You
So,
can
yeah,
hit
hit.
me.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and roll damage.
Damage on this is 1d plus 3.
Are you trying to light the match or no?
Yeah, I was trying to light the match, but I know
Okay.
this one I'm not aiming for the match. I was actually aiming to hit his cheek.
Okay, so we're gonna hit
so
his
that
cheek.
is 8 damage.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Blam.
With that, I want to sort of massive performance check of 26 on my performance check.
To ham it up.
As he smashed me, I literally spin round and sort of like hit the floor, and then I get up. As I get up, I'm like, yeah.
My goodness, someone call a medic. Oh my gosh.
As I get up, I sort of make sure I'm like this. I'm like, and then I sort of, as I bring the thing up, I'm like, you're supposed to hit this.
These people are terrible. Boo! Boo! This person just hit this man in the face. Someone's like, that's the point. It's amazing. We love this. And they're arguing now between people being like, no, that's horrible.
I do this and go, see, look, you didn't even leave a mark.
See, look at him. He's amazing. He can take a hit to the face. Somebody else, light the match. Light the match.
And then, under my breath, I do a cantrip to get my temporary hit points back in case he hits me again.
Okay.
He's casting a spell. He's casting a magic spell over there. Shut up. I want to see what happens next.
I'm going to look at him and go, no more talking. Put it back.
Yes, dear.
They were siblings.
I'm
These people just yelling.
But at least you're being polite. And I'm going to roll to try and hit it again. Okay, that is an 18.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on the money on the match, igniting it.
And I'm going to look at it and I'm going to walk over to him and I'm going to say, can I have the match, please? And pop it out of his mouth. And I'm going to light the candle and I'm going to hand it back to him and go, light the other one. And I'm going to turn to everybody else and be like, you may not know this, but this is a special day, not just for the Duchess. And I'll put my hand up and point. But it also happens to be a celebration for my brother. And I'm going to have him stand in the middle and I'm going to kind of wave to Poppy and ask her to bring one of the buns over. And I'm going to put a bun on his head with a candle and then go stand back. And I'm like, and since we don't talk about what age we actually are, we're going to go ahead and I'll take care of the candles for you this year. And now I'm going to roll, and please, Slytherin dice, be really nice to me today, because I really want this to be fun. Okay, 15. I want to whip across and blow out the candles. So not hit anything, but make the air flow.
15 is not enough, because you're going to be hitting him.
Okay. I'll be looking at him and go, well, that's one birthday lick.
Alright, roll damage. As people who are like the abuse are like, yes! Oh, I love it when she hits him. Old lady's like, he's so naughty on his birthday. I love this.
That's 8 damage, so I know you're okay. And I'll look at him
What's the maximum damage you can actually roll?
The maximum damage is 8.
Oh, so not rolling max.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. No, is 9. I could do 9 max.
Yeah,
So he
so
can
I'm fine.
absorb, yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. All right, I imagine you recast it, 10 hit points up, and then you're
Yep.
gonna try again.
Yep, I'm gonna try again. I'll be like, all right.
People are just watching, just the guy getting whipped on his birthday, trying to light a candle on his head.
Okay, I'm 19.
There you go. Yep. DC is 18. You swoop down, crack that, light the candle with a perfect accuracy, and the sparklers shooting into the air above his head, creating a beautiful rainbow-colored sparks all around. Everyone's clapping, applauding. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Yes.
And I'll walk over very quietly to Kate and go, we may not have known and we may not have celebrated your birthday before. We're definitely doing it from now on.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And I actually say that in a very sincere way, which is unlike Cade, but he.
I just smile and then take his arm and turn back to the crowd and
Old lady says, "No, one more. Do another one." She takes her feather out of her hat and she says, "Whip this out of his mouth, please. I'll pay you platinum."
and I'll look at Cade and go, we'll split it?
I go, of course. Where did you want me to hold this feather?
In your sweet little mouth, handsome.
Oh, okay.
And she's gonna put a platinum in your character's hand, and she kind of rolls it up. She says, "Oh, this is the best celebration. Thank you so much."
And I'll look at her and go, is there a side you'd like me to stand on to do this?
Oh goodness. What's the most? I don't know. As long as they're close enough for me to see.
You could go. I say, hey, you could come and stand next to me. It'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
See,
Okay,
up
can I? Oh,
Of course you can.
Oh no. Oh, you're so handsome. I'm making me a little sweaty. I haven't perspired in years.
I have to ask, how tall is she in comparison to us?
She's the same height.
Okay, same height. Okay.
Yeah, she's like, she's more like bent, same height. Yeah.
And I'll look at Cade and just kind of shake my head but smile, like, and I'm just gonna look at him and go, charmer.
I'm gonna have Spare the Dying saved just in case.
Just all right. Okay.
And Callus goes back over to the side, and since they're there, she's going to the side that the lady's not, like kind of diagonal. So if they're here,
Okay, putting like keeping her safe. Yeah.
Yeah, keeping her safe, but still looking like it's at risk if they're looking head on. But it gives me a shot for him. Okay.
Yeah, she's like her cane. She's shaking with excitement. Uh-oh, what happened? What happened?
That was a nat 20.
Oh, good. That's good.
You could actually hurt me this time. Depends what you roll. So roll.
Well, I mean, you're not hitting him, thankfully. You're
Yeah.
hitting. Nat 20 means you hit what you wanted to hit. So you hit the feather, this tiny, little like decorative feather.
Okay, here's a question. I hit the feather. When I pull the whip back, can I have the whip just tink back so it just kind of bops him on the nose?
Absolutely. All right. Cade. Yeah. You hear the whip crack. You see a blinding flash in front of your eyes. Annie, an amazing job, punctuated with the incendiary applause of the crowd and the incendiary explosion of the coin detonating on you. Dex save. As Cade, you feel a sharp knife in your back and a whisper rattling, saying, "Where the hell is your father, boy?" And you are being stabbed for...
Am I?
You are hit. But we'll see. It's going to be only 3 piercing and 9 poison.
Great. I take no damage.
You take no damage as this barrier protects as you feel a jab that she's more like someone pointing their like thumb into your kidney rather than a blade piercing through the layers of magical defenses. Annie, what's your dex save as this boom, firework-like explosion goes off?
15.
15. You pass. But you will be taking some fire damage.
Okay.
Half of 6 fire damage as you are set on fire. Initiatives from everyone as...
What am I doing on the dance floor?
Yeah, what are you? I guess that's a good question.
Just
Dancing.
What is your
Yeah.
passive's perception here? 'Cause I will have to...
set this up forever. Yeah. Yeah, well, if you keep asking for perceptions, yeah, they're terrible. But yeah,
So what's the perceptions?
like 13.
13? All right. Yeah, so with the... I don't think I rolled lower than a 13 on this. 13, 18, sorry, no, that's 15, 18.
Look up at Amira like, didn't
Not
work.
20, 16. And then, Mira, you could do some perceptions. The lowest of which you might be able to see something happening in the crowd, furtive movement.
So I need to make a perception roll?
Yes, please. The lowest of which
A
is
12.
16. Okay, so you guys, security, just big operational error. As at this point, you have someone stabbing Cade in the back. The little lady is shifting into something else. As Annie is on fire. Screams from the crowd. Initiatives.
I got 16. I put it in chat.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I always appreciate when you guys type it in chat, and that way I could just absorb it, write it, and continue from there. 18. Damn. Yeah. Getting caught off guard as this lady turns into a yuan-ti. It retracts when stabbed. It's all part. Some people thought it was part of the show, but with Annie being on fire and this thing transforming. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
I had a 12, so
Okay, got it. So Coco at top. Do any of you guys have the feat that changes your initiatives based on like team determining factors, like alert? I think is the.
no.
Okay.
No, I haven't got that.
Not on this one, I don't think.
12 for B. And then Merrick got a 10, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 16. Okay, so Coco, you get to go first as the Duchess is like immediately standing up from her chair, clutching her, the pearls, so to speak, and hissing, "I'm under attack. Please, help them."
Yes, I am immediately going to run to the balcony and have my short bow ready, and it's going to shoot at the one that tried to stab Cade.
Okay. You got the angle.
11.
Ooh, that is just a narrow miss as it just goes past the head of this snake creature. All right. Is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see.
It turns into what's happening, you want to see?
A pure blood. Okay.
Oh.
Cade.
I'm sorry, can I do a bonus action real quick?
Yeah, what do you want?
I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
What's the range?
I don't know if Hunter's Mark, cause I'm sharpshooter, so range, it
Hunter's
doesn't
Mark
give
is
me a
spell
range.
that doesn't get the benefit of, I think that archery feat, but Hunter's Mark.
It doesn't give me
90
a
feet?
range.
In the spell description, you click on the spell. The drop down list tells you.
Yeah, I don't
change
have
it?
it. Hold on, spells. Hold on.
Is that
No,
on
you're
Yeah,
because you're a
90 feet.
range.
Yep.
Yeah, because you're a ranger,
Yeah.
you get it automatically a
Mhm.
number of times a day.
Yeah. I was looking at it under bonus actions and not spells.
Oh, okay, go. And is it 90 feet still? Because that's what it used to be.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you are able to breach 90. Nice. The distance of that is easily within 90 feet, as you are going to mark the target. So all the benefits of Hunter's Mark, um, advantage on perception, survival to find it. Cool. All right, nice. Is it concentration still, or has that changed?
Yeah, concentration up to 1 hour.
Wonderful. Okay, so you're holding concentration. Excellent. All right. Boom. Cade, you've got something
Okay.
trying to shank you and ask you about your.
Okay. So what I do is I cast my temporary hit points invocation, just so that's my action. So I gain my 12 hit points. I also, as a bonus action, summon my Mal to my hands. And
Sorry, bonus action summon, and what was your action? So I apologize.
Actions are my invocation to get my temporary hit points back.
Nice. All right, go. Yeah, defense.
And I respond to him and say, if I knew where he was, he'd already be fucking dead.
Not so easy to kill an immortal.
Just means I get to kill him more than once.
You won't live to see that day, boy. And it is its turn. So Annie, what's your dex? Actually, I have to confirm your modifier here, because you guys roll.
Dex modifier is a +1, 13.
Okay, so it will go first. It will crit. Thankfully, just using a dagger.
This may hurt.
This might hurt. I'm glad you got the 10 hit points up, though. Oh my god.
Skylar, I got to restart.
Restart computer?
Yep.
Okay.
We have to restart stream. I'll just say the damage, and then we'll.
Not this stream.
No. Just this computer.
Okay. So that was crit, poison, dagger damage. So that's. 23.
Okay, hang on. Let me just do some maths a minute. Right, okay. I have taken hit points. I've actually been hurt. But also, I am 75%. I am under 75% hit points.
Okay, give me a Constitution saving throw, please. That crit screen. Let me see.
Does a 9 do it?
Does not.
Shocker.
You watch as the wound, as she gets stabbed, like right into the part where the bicep connects to the tendons of your forearm. And you watch as the wound bleeds profusely. A venom kind of stain of the. Oh, I apologize. You take less. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Okay, this does work this way. Okay, but you will watch as the wound starts to turn to stone and stops bleeding, and you starts getting petrified. A creeping, slow-moving spread of stone skin. You gain the benefit of the stone skin spell, but you are also turning to stone. You'll be trying to fight it every turn, trying to get 3 successes before you get 3 fails. You'll get the benefit of resistance to all bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage while you are resisting it. If you fail, you become a statue. You pass.
And does this first failure class as the first one, or is it
counts as the first
is it,
failure?
Okay, that's fine. That's what I know for. Sorry,
yeah. So first to 3 success or fails, but you do get a benefit during this time. It will happen at the beginning of each of your turns. Actually, based on the writing of this. No, I apologize. You're right. It would have, because it's the initiating starts at the beginning of your turns. That's when the failures will. This will just trigger the event. So you're okay. You have 3. Okay. You have a blank slate for now. All right.
I'll keep track of that for you if you want.
But thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I definitely trust you guys. So, Annie, you're
Uh,
watching terrifying unfold as this is happening.
Utilizing action surge, so I get an additional action. So I have 2 actions.
Two
First
actions.
action is going to be to put myself out.
Okay, nice. No, I have to do burning damage. Thank you for reminding me. I apologize. Damage. Begin your turn. One burning damage. All right.
Cool. So put myself out. Second action is to do unarmed strike at her. Basically, or it. I want to shove it back, but I'm using enhanced unarmed strike. So if I hit, I can deal 1d4 plus 3 damage bludgeoning instead of normal damage of an unarmed strike.
Okay, dope.
So, okay, let's see if I can.
So going for the UNT that is
Yep,
currently
I just
slicing.
basically, I want to shove the auntie away from my brother, like shove her back to the back wall of that stage area.
Okay. Is it part of you get the benefit as part of your attack to shove? Is that what?
Mm-hmm. I get unarmed strike. It's however the unarmed strike can hit. So, is it a punch? Is it a shove? Is it a...
Right.
Okay, so that is. Hold on a second.
That's cool. I love that you can knock people back.
It is plus 5. Okay, that is 15 plus 5, dirty 20.
Hit. Roll a damage.
Okay, and that is
We have battle music playing.
1d4. Nope,
I can
that's
do
not
that.
Get the emotions.
it. I need the 4, not the 5. Okay, that is 3 plus 3, so 6 damage.
6 damage. All right. Solid damage as you boom blast them back. How many feet do they go back from your ability?
5 feet, I believe. Hold on, I'm double checking. Enhanced is
I think that's what it was last
range
time.
5 feet. Range area, it says 5 feet reach.
Oh, reach is just you have to be within 5 feet. Is this just not something that says you get to knock someone back, or are you flavoring it? Because mechanically, is there like something in your
it says
stat block?
bludgeoning. So yeah, it's bludgeoning damage, not. So yeah, I was flavoring it like I was hitting to move her.
Okay, I was sometimes because there's so many abilities in this game and feats that say when you hit someone you can move them. Otherwise, they don't move. Okay, got it. You could shove. You could sacrifice damage to try and shove, but I think damage is probably for the best right now.
Yeah.
So I think you made the right choice. So, anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have more attacks.
Not yet, unfortunately.
Well, if you guys want to, as I said in our early stuff, homebrew rule is if you're wielding a weapon in each hand, you can do an attack, 2 attacks, but not as a bonus action.
Yeah, I only had the whip in my hand at this point, but what I would like to do is, as my bonus action, I have Warbond, so I can summon a weapon, and I would like to summon my weapon. I would like to summon the moon-touched short sword that I have.
Okay, cool.
And
Very
then basically look at Cade. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Uh-huh.
Looking down. Oh god. Okay.
So I've got the sword now in front of me, and I've got the whip in the other hand. So I now have 2 items to fight with next round.
Okay. Poppy.
I
Poppy. And Merrick on deck.
am going to immediately dump all of the. Actually, I'm just going to throw all the buns in the air.
Slow motion.
And come down with my shield and run up to Cade to cast guidance on him.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, brother, you could get through this. It's so weird. You've never heard Poppy sound like this before.
Hulk Hogan shows up.
You've got this, Cade. Don't worry. And then
that wasn't. I'm sure that wasn't you a minute ago. Oh, was it?
and then as I do Callus, my frying pans will protect you, and I'm going to cast Shields of Faith on her. You get +2 AC, and a bunch of frying pans start rotating around you.
Very good.
And then I will move back away and shield up.
You can see guards are mobilizing. They're on their way at the bottom of the initiative. Merrick has got to act here as the allies are coming in to back you guys up. But Merrick, you get to go.
Cool. Where I'm gonna make a perception check because I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
It'll be 18. Just looking for the Duchess.
18 actually shows you a lot more than previously. Previously, you kind of just saw like, so this person just kind of getting on stage, all this action happening, and then an explosion, a stab, a shifting form. With an 18, you can see the guards are coming off the walls and are starting to close in. The Duchess is still at the top of the balcony next to Admira. She's making like a gesture towards the fountain. Her rings are lighting up with different gems, one blue, two red. And then additionally, you can see 3 other figures, nobles, shift on the ground. And they become Yuan-Ti, and they are going to be essentially kind of near the center by the fountain, kind of spread out alongside different parts of the fountain. And they are armed with short swords and scimitars and short bows.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action hide, try to move away from the crowd.
All right. Yeah, easy. You get advantage. The crowd is a chaotic flurry of movement, so you're able to disappear amidst it, hopefully. So roll with advantage. Shield of Teflon only has a 2-year warranty, then you have to renew it. Amazing. Amazing.
27.
Yeah, you are like a ghost. Someone moves by you, and you're just like the classic, not even there. So, amidst the crowd, where would you like to go on the map here?
We go back underneath this balcony.
Underneath the balcony, moving there. Very good. Very good. Okay. Okay, very good. Wonderful. So you see the 3 Yuan-Ti, the crowd guards are closing in, and their guards are going to be, how many guards did we put down here?
Are they like Yuan-Ti the snakes, or are they Yuan-Ti the bipedal ones?
Bipedal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the one that stabs.
Also bipedal.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have 4 bipedal, 1 stabbing, and the other 3 are amidst the crowd. And then the guards are coming off the walls. And let me know how many guards we have, because I didn't even do the math, and I'm glad they're here.
75 guards.
75.
Do we have the bigger battle map?
Oh
The
yeah, I
battle
can do
screen?
that. Yeah.
Enhance.
Zoom in.
Well, I gotta fix cameras on this. Oof.
And how many Yuan-Ti are by the fountain? Was it 3 or 4?
There's a total of 4 Yuan-Ti present. 3 of them are by the fountain. 1 of them is on the stage.
On stage. Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure.
Poppy had foiled their opium-laced food plans. Okay. And Tim, how many guards did you have?
On the floor, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4 outside, 2 on the balcony.
Okay, so the 4 are like letting people like rush out. The 7 are moving. It looks like the 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll say a lot of them will have to make their dash action to close in, with the exception of the ones that are on the closer range. Yeah, they're just full speeding, trying to get in there, moving past the crowd as the crowd is leaving. We'll say those 2, yep, that you're grabbing right there are going to make contact with the Yuan-Ti, so they get their attacks. That's a hit. That's a hit. These guys each get 2 attacks. So these guards are carving into these guys. Two guys very professionally moving high, low, cutting in, 2-to-1ing this UNT, carving it up, but it's still standing. The other guards kind of, like I said, closing in, getting to the positions, ushering people out. Voltus is like right there, standing as you can see. The Duchess is going to control the flames, and she is going to essentially create a wall of fire. We're going to say, or like barriers of fire. I'm trying to think how I want to put that. Like basically like position up the fire in a way that's going to hit the enemy UNT. So lighting them up. One UNT dodges out of the way. One gets struck, and another gets struck. So UNT are getting burned by these pillars of flame. Previously decorative, smashing down as she's the Duchess is carefully trying to navigate so that the fire doesn't hit allies, especially her guests. But she seems very masterful. The rings, being this thing that helps her control this. Screaming cacophony. A lot is happening really fast. That takes us to the 3 UNT at the bottom. The one with scimitar striking, trying to slice and create as much wounds on its opponents. Vicious attacks. One of them is going to be able to fire their shortbow at Admira. Miss. As Admira, you manage to just like see the arc coming and manage to move to the side as it smashes against the stone wall. And that other UNT is going to, let's see, no one knows where Merrick is. Cade is already engaged. It's going to fire a shot at Annie. That is going to be a hit.
Was that with the +2 AC?
Oh, with +2, I'm at 18.
Yes, I rolled a 17 on the die. So it's going to hit. Alexa, this is a nasty shot of poison damage coming in as well. It's going to be 11 damage.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. And then something that none of you all saw before, and probably now see, is even amidst the chaos, is a UNT with a slithering body drops from the ceiling onto the balcony. Massive bulk. One of those half snake, half brutal, powerful warriors crashing down on the balcony next to Admira, Voltus, and the Duchess. That one's up there on top of the balcony. Comes down from the ceiling there, lands, boom, and is going to attack. Voltus has a readied action to throw himself in harm's way. Blocking the strike against the Duchess. Let's see what his stats are. Yeah, this monstrosity is big. He's tough. They're going to do a grapple check. Right. UNT being a thing twice Voltus's size is going to wrap its tail around him. Check strength saving throw. Voltus, it tries to throw Voltus off the balcony, and he manages to hook his greatsword and stab it into the balcony and hold on as he's fighting this like anaconda, like giant anaconda tail, trying to rip and crush him. And he's just grunting under the strain, and just saying, "Lee, retreat into your office." And he looks at Edmure and he says, "If you have any sense, protect her with your life. And if you don't, kill as many of these fuckers before you go."
I just look at him and just give him like a hard nod.
Hard nod, nice. All right. That takes us to the top. Coco.
Seeing that, I immediately switch out my short bow to my short sword, and I'm going to rage.
Yes. Epic.
I would like to
All right, let's see.
rage.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's see. That is going to be a 16.
16 to hit. That's
All
a
right.
hit.
So rage is double damage, correct?
No.
What is it?
It's an amount. I think it's whatever your proficiency is. So it should be plus
proficiency now?
2.
Yeah. That's cool.
Okay, so it's just a +2.
+2 for now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then okay, so the normal damage is going to be that's 7 piercing with the short sword, and that invoked Vex on it. And then I also have Dreadful Strike, and I'm going to do 2 points of psychic damage on it.
Nice.
Let's see, so that's a total of 11 points total of damage.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep.
Stagger.
Yep. Piercing and yep.
Doesn't expect such a little creature, a fourth, not even less than a fourth of its size, to swing it with such ferocity. It has kind of like it's wrapped its tail around Voltus, who's like this powerhouse looking guy, but you're over here raging, screaming, coming through, hacking. It has got its hands full here. Okay.
I made a mistake. It's based upon your levels of barbarian, is what
Okay,
the
so it's
bonus
still
damage
probably
is.
+2, then, if I had to guess. But all right, Cade.
Okay, I roll the dice first and go, yeah, okay, 7 on my constitution, so that's a failure.
First fail. Okay, you start to turn to stone. There you go. Nice. That's so cool.
Give me just 2 seconds, just check something.
We'll have the guests start clearing out. So eventually it'll just be enemies
Okay.
and allies to be able to determine on that screen.
I'm using my bonus action, I'm using Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
So I get like frosty armor, and when they hit me, they take some damage.
I'd love that. That's a good spell.
I then hit this person as hard as I can with my mal. And that's 19 to hit.
Is a hit. Good hit too.
Love
this music.
16 damage with my mal.
Holy crap. Boom. Lighting them up. They are bloodied as you stagger them with a big swing.
I go, you hit me, I hit you.
Struck. You do have some of your father's strength in you after all.
Nah, I'm much better than him.
It is the responsibility of the hatchlings to exceed their parentage.
He's a sperm donor, is all he is.
To make a good omelet, you must crack a few eggs, and I'm going to crack you, hatchling.
That's halfling.
It's halfling to you, coming with the power bomb. No, all right. It is actually its turn. If that's the end of your turn, Cade.
Yep.
All right, it's going to try and stab you. It no longer has any envenomed weapons, so it's just attacking with the raw hit of its dagger. That is going to be a hit.
Okay.
It will, I guess, deal damage and then take damage here, as it will deal only a really pitiful 3 damage. All of its power came from venom.
Okay, it takes 10 cold damage.
Boom, as it just staggers back. That magic. Where did you steal it?
I don't even respond to him.
All right, at that point, that is, I think, its turn. It's 1 attack, no venom. All right, it is going to throw the dagger aside, pull the cane out, and draw a rapier out of the cane. And it is going to ready level it at you. But that is its turn. And then we have Annie with Poppy on deck.
Awesome. Okay, so bonus action, I'm going to use Second Wind, which I rolled. I got a 6 plus the 4 is 10 extra hit points for me.
Nice. Good heals, good heals.
Yep, I've got my short sword in my hand, and I'm going to make an attack with the short sword. And because I have dual wielder, I do get the 2, correct? Because I have them both
Yeah,
in my hand.
so I've kind of ruled it that if you have 2, 1 in each hand, you just, as an attack action, get 2, yeah.
Yep. So the first thing I want to try and do is use the short sword, and basically hit for damage to get him away from Cade. And then, but I figured the next would be using the whip and try to just whip around its neck and yank.
So we'll say attack action to damage, second attack to shove prone.
Yep, to get
okay.
away from Cade and me,
Okay.
basically just get him away.
Okay.
Okay, so first one is an 18 for the short sword, plus 5,
hit.
23.
Nice.
And that does have the vex, so on my next turn, if it hit, I get advantage on my next attack hit.
Okay, so your whip attack will have advantage. Cool.
Yep. Damage is 1d6 plus 3, and that is a 6 plus 3, so 9 damage on that.
Okay.
And I'm rolling with advantage for
They're
the next.
maimed.
Ooh, okay. 13. And what is my whip add-on?
So for this, you're going to try and do a shove. So do athletics. And make sure you, I don't know if you already rolled advantage, but yeah, you just take the higher of the 2 numbers here.
Awesome. Okay, yep, 13 plus 5, so 18.
They are able to, you wrap the whip and try to, like, you know, Aikido or judo throw them with the whip around their neck. They manage to slip out. Very snake movement as you fail to knock them to the ground.
I'm just going to be like, get away from my brother.
Another child of the immortal. I won't feel so bad about breaking this egg if it means I have another to savor. Where is your father?
Gone is all we know.
Maybe your screams will bring him back. All right. Is it your turn, Annie?
That would
Bonus
be my
action,
turn.
actions, yep.
That was bonus action and action.
Yep. Okay.
So I am good. The
Poppy
only
with-
thing I could do for movement would probably Do I have disengaged? Or
You do not.
nope, not this one. Too many characters. I'm good.
All right, Poppy and Merrick on deck. Poppy,
I'm going to run up to Merrick and cast protection from poison on him.
do you
Bro, I'm
see
like
him?
60 feet away from you.
And he's
I'm
got
on-
a stealth
I'm
of
underneath the balcony.
26.
Yeah.
Huh? Who, me? Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean Merrick. I meant Cade. Sorry.
Okay.
I said Merrick, I meant Cade. So I'm running up to Cade, casting protection from poison. If I see the stone skin crawling up his arm.
I forgot he only took half damage from that attack, so you took like less damage. How much damage? It was half of whatever you took, Cade,
Okay.
because you have few resistance. So you're taking even less damage as a result of the stone. Anyway, but yes, carry on.
So I'm gonna touch his arm and cast protection from poison. Hopefully this works for the duration of the target. So it ends a poison condition, and for the duration, so for the next hour, you have an advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the poison condition, and resistance to poison.
I love this spell. I love this. This is awesome. This is one of Salvador's favorites.
Thank you very much.
So I don't know if stone skin, if that's a poison. I'm
We'll find out next session.
yeah, we'll see.
Next
and
round.
then I'm going to run up and do that. Then I'll smash my shield on the ground and cast Word of Radiance, and everything within 5 feet of me needs to wait. That's another action. Never mind. Bonus action. I don't want to use a healing word right now. I think everybody's okay.
Yeah, that's a good backup spell in case someone's not.
Yeah, so I will just maintain position.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, we have I think what I said, Merrick on deck. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb the
Or-
balcony.
Climb. Okay, give me an athletics check to get up there's a banner to get up there.
Sweet. I rolled a 2. It's fantastic.
Do you want to use reroll? We have audience gifted rerolls for you guys. They want to cheer you on. They want to see you succeed.
Well, that's a 4. All right.
We got one more chance if you want to use it. Like I said, we have double digits.
He'll keep trying. He'll get up there the next time.
Okay, you don't want to use another one right now because, like I said, the audience.
No, I don't want someone to die. Like, I don't want to eat up someone's saving throws. So
That's
I'm
fair. That's fair. Just in case. All right. So that doesn't take. I'll say that doesn't take your action. It was just like some of your movement. You can still, attack or use your other abilities as a rogue. Or if you want, you can try to use your.
I can't use my port. Can I use my portent on a? I can't see him, so I can't tell. Right.
I think you would need. Oh, I don't know. I don't know the rules on portent actually. Now that I think about it,
Let me look it up.
they've changed so much that I can't confidently say anything at this point. But as a rogue, you have a bonus action dash. You could try again as a bonus action.
Yeah, to try to go up. Yeah, to just climb. Yeah, no, I'd have. Yeah, there's a 15. There we go. Or
Okay.
do acrobatics or something. Yeah, so that'd be like a 24.
24. So what is your movement doubled?
360.
Okay, you easily get up to the balcony. It's not even using your legs. Just like Dreadpire Roberts, the banner, and find yourself next to Admira, the massive beast of the UNT. Monstrosity, the Voltus who's wrapped up, the Duchess who's trying to focus on the spells while all the things are happening around her.
Yeah, I want to go up
Voltus-
there in a place where I'm not standing right between them. I want to go up there and bonus action hide. So I want to go up there and like be useful.
Yeah,
So I want to
you're-
climb up to a spot where I can hide.
You've used your bonus action to dash.
Climb up. That's right. Yeah, I was talking. I was
Yeah,
coming.
but you do have an action to hide if you want to use your action to hide, because rogues can do that too. You could also attack.
Fine. So yeah, it's fine. It's bad luck. It's all right.
No, there's like literally mechanics. That's like all you've done is movement and a bonus action. Whatever you want to do with your action is still in terms of the
Yeah,
mechanics.
and then I'll hide.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Being able to get them sneaky sneakies. All right. What's your total hide?
11 with a
11.
+9.
Oh no. All right. You feel observed by the creature.
Yeah.
You feel observed. as it takes a look at you and just kind of, at first it was like, oh, little halfling, and then it kind of reminds itself that Admira just hit it really hard, and it's like, wait, there's two little things that could hurt me. I might have to deal with that too. All right. Very good. And Voltus's turn. He's going to try and hack at this thing. Oh my god. No, it's not that one, thank god, but it's a 7. He is going to... That is not enough to hit with his plus.
Do we have
It is...
companion?
No, we do not for this game. Just player points for the group. Just barely a miss by 1. Second attack. Miss by 2. Voltus is getting wrecked. All right. Let's see. It is going to be bad guys and the Duchess then. Okay, so bad guys. The guards. The guards will go first. Closing in, hit, and 2 of those guards kill the Yuan-Ti that they were teaming up against, as one of them goes down to the fury of the guards. One of the guards is engaging and swinging at the Yuan-Ti. Another guard is going to rip off its helm, and another Yuan-Ti will be present in the guard's uniform and stab the other guard in the back. As now on the other side of the battle, it is a 2-on-1 against Yuan-Ti and guard, disguised. Flames are erupting as those Yuan-Ti are trying to get away. Guards are closing in, doing work. Guards are still very obviously, winning, or at least now that you're seeing that some of the guards might be Yuan-Ti, it's even more detrimental. They are getting very badly burned as they fail their dex saves and taking enormous fire damage, bloodying them, cooking. The smell of snake meat, which is actually delicious, fills the air. Let's see, but the big one's got options. It is going to... Big one is going to...
Oh, on the balcony?
Yeah, big one on the balcony is going to throw Voltus with its tail off the balcony, and he will, unfortunately, fail. He will crash to the ground. He's still conscious, but he is knocked wind out of him, prone, crashing down from the top. He gets to make one other attack. He is going to slice the banner with his attack so that it is just Admira and Merrick against him, with the Duchess screaming for Voltus. She's kind of almost at the edge, hanging over. She's got to hold concentration. She does. She's still focused on the spells, not losing them as she sees he's still alive. A sagging, relief there. That is that turn. Boom, boom, boom. Enemies, enemies, enemies. Allies, allies, allies. Don't think I've forgotten anything. Coco. You are raging still. Powerful.
Oh, okay. So since he was vexed, I get advantage, and I rolled... Let's see, that'll be a 26 to hit?
That's a big hit, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so let's see. That is going to be... 11 plus the 2, and then... So, 11, 12, 13. 11 piercing, and then...
Nice.
1 psychic damage.
11 piercing, 1 psychic damage, and that's including the rage damage bonus that you get? I think it's
Yes, yes.
Cool. You're consistent. You're consistent. Nice. So, all right. Good damage. It will use its reaction to tail whip you. Give me a strength saving throw. Because you are raging, you have advantage.
Yes.
I just want to hear Admira just
Well, I rolled 2 15s, so.
2 15s. Is that your total, or is that what it rolled on the dice?
No. With the bonus, that is 19.
19. This tail hits you square in the chest, and you stonewall it. This big, huge, unbelievable thick tail that cracks into you. It deals. This wasn't dealing damage. It was trying to knock you off the balcony. It fails as you are solid. Damn,
Solid
dude.
as a rock.
You're a beast. That was it had to use its reaction up. So sad. All right. Is that your turn, Coco?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cade.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this guy again with my hammer.
Bring him down.
19 to hit.
19's a hit.
Oh, that's nice. 9. That's 16 damage again.
You finish it. You just break its head wide open as it slumps mid-sentence, mid-taunt to the ground.
As I do that, I smack him down and said, "And who dies first?"
Nice. All right. Chaos around you. Do you want to use your movement, bonus action, anything like that?
Yeah. Is there... Can I see any... What's the nearest snake person to me?
Yeah, off the stage on the ballroom floor amidst the flames. I think that's the nearest.
Is that within 30 feet of me?
It is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rush over to it.
Perfect. Nice. Nice. Yeah.
And
Death. Destruction. Very good.
then my bonus action. Make sure I've got what I can do as my bonus action.
There were 2 up on the stage, right? Or was it just the
No,
one?
just the one.
Okay.
Just the one.
I thought there was the one that
No,
was
I don't-
hunched over, and then one that stabbed him in the back, or was that the same one?
Same. So it was the
Okay,
same.
gotcha.
It unhunched. Yeah.
I gotcha.
No, I won't use a bonus action.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
Actually, to try with my, because of my great weapon master now, it says immediately after you throw a critical hit of a weapon. Is it? Have I got to have that person next to me, or can I move and then have Hugh?
It says immediately, but I like to rule that it should probably be you get to move and do it, I think.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit that guy then as a bonus as a bonus action.
Yeah.
And that is 15 to hit.
15 is a hit, right on the money.
Okay, and that's only 13 damage that time.
Only 13 damage. Oh my god. Yeah, you bloodied that one. It was already hurt. You're putting him down. Still standing though. Okay, Annie, that's you.
So the one that Kay just went after is still standing, but is within 30 feet of me as well, yes?
Correct. Yeah, there's a couple there.
Awesome. I want to go over, move to hit him, but I'm also going to add Booming Blade to that if I make the hit.
Yeah, nice.
Ooh.
Great. We like this. We like this.
Does it always go to the edge where I can't read it? Okay, that is 17 plus 5, 22 to hit.
22. Nice. That's a hit.
Awesome. So I get 1d6 plus 3, and then since I hit him, the Booming Blade is no additional damage right now, but if they move within 5 feet or more, if they move with 5 feet or more, the target takes 1d8 thunder damage until the spell ends.
Okay. Good to know. All right. Is that your turn?
Nope, because I also have the whip in my other hand.
Okay.
So
Get
I'm
him.
going to go for the whip to hit him with that, and I'm just doing damage for that.
Okay.
Okay, that was 5. Yep, so that is 15 plus 5, dirty 20.
Hit.
6 plus 3, and that's 5 damage there.
All right. They are looking even very close to maimed here, carving them up. cracking of whip, flames all around, guards clashing, guards being revealed to be infiltrated by UNT, chaos reigning, Poppy, and Merrick on deck.
I'm gonna run around the other side of the fire, and just give the big toothy wide-eyed grin, and just yell something about poison and fire, and cast Word of Radiance right in front of these guys. So they need to make a con save. 14.
One fails, one passes.
And so there's only 2 of them, not 3.
I apologize. Can you get within 5 feet of all 3?
Maybe I don't know if I can or not.
I see. I think you can get within 2. 5 feet
Okay,
of all 2.
no, that's fine. Then the one that failed takes 6 radiant damage.
Okay. Boom, and then the other one takes half or none.
Takes none because that was a cantrip, and then as an action, I could cast Cure or Calm Emotions, but I don't think we want to do that. No, we're good. Actually, no. I'll just try to hit it. We're gonna try to hit it with a rolling pin. We'll see what happens.
Go for it.
We'll see if I can bonk it once.
Bonk.
No, that's a 9.
All right. You swing wildly, going for the kneecaps.
Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to use my portent
Okay.
to make it a 15.
That's a hit on the money. You know what? I've seen the future where you move your knee one way, and I am there.
And I deal 2 damage. Literally bonk.
It matters. Wait, I love that you use your ability to see the future to kneecap someone with a rolling pin. Like, if that isn't Poppy to the degree. What's up? How you doing, Panic Piggy? Thank you so much. Make sure to follow Panic Piggy. They're giving us raid, trust us with their community. We are in the middle of a heated battle. A beautiful setup created by Sir Tim, and we're running some awesome music thanks to Skylar. And everyone else is all blood and poison and fire and all kinds of murder lust. So, with that said, it is now Merrick's turn. Showdown with the big beastie, the Duchess, Admira at your side. But it knows you're there.
Yep, steady aim, and then so I'll take a steady aim attack.
Okay.
Light crossbow. I'm gonna reroll that 1. All right, doesn't matter.
Well, that's cool. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
27 to hit.
27's a hit.
Oh.
And
Hell yeah.
Sneak attack.
Eighteen piercing, and then I'll bonus action hide.
Oh my god. Where are you hiding? Because I know hide requires an element of not being seen, using cover. Is there anything that you see on the board that you're like, I want to just shift?
I know where he's at. I'm just gonna go to the other side of the statue.
Okay, moving to the statue.
Or it's a fountain, so the other side of the fountain, so that he can't like.
Perfect. He's already used his reaction, so he does not get an attack of opportunity as you dip and hide. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, and I doubt he will be able to see you. We'll see.
It's 28.
20. Oh my god. Nice. Boom. 18 damage. Tuck and roll around the statue, blend in with the shadows. He's got his eye on the Duchess and Admira. He's going to just kind of have to deal with the knowledge that you're there, but he doesn't know where you're going to strike from next. Bad guys' turns. All right. I guess they're going to have to strike back. They're going to try and overwhelm the guards. And one of them's going for Poppy. The one who got kneecapped by Poppy's going for you, Poppy. What's your AC? I actually might be a miss here.
15.
15. It is a miss as you put your shield in the way of a wild swing.
He has to look over the shield to see me.
Yeah, like that's so funny. Yeah, if you're short and with a big shield, there's only one way they can come at you from
Yeah.
above, and your shield will always be there. Uh, all right. Oh God, they're crit. At the very least, these crits are hitting the guards. The 2 crits. Uh, let's see. So one of the allied guards goes down violently with vicious, rapid poison blade stabs to the throat, the gorget of the armor. Um, let's see. That is UNT doing their work. Let's see. Too close for friendly fire. Oh, but first, the big UNT. Big guy. He is going to... He's got to attack Amir, I think. Yeah. Amir, you presented yourself as too much of a threat. He can't let this stand. All right. Amira, he's going to try and bite you. What is your AC?
An 18.
18? My gosh. What are you wearing? Full plates, or is it just your awesome yeah,
I'm very stacked up.
very stacked? All right.
Very stacked.
Okay. It swings its tail and just barely oh, actually, sorry. Each attack mode has a different bonus. I apologize. That one actually will be a hit, but barely, just barely. It's weird that they have different bonuses for different attacks. 8. So half of this because you're raging. So only 6 damage as you are struck with the tail, grappled. And
What type of damage is that?
bludgeoning. So it
Oh,
would be
I'm resistant. Yeah, I'm resistant to bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I got you. I already halved it for you. So it went from 12 to 6.
Gotcha.
And then it's going to try and bite you with its second attack here. That is a hit. So it's going to be piercing damage, so it's resisted by you. So it's going to go from down to 4 piercing. And then you're not resistant to poison though. That's someone else.
No.
Okay. That is going to be 12 poison damage. You
Oh
must
my god.
con save against poison. Yeah, this is the big boss up here, sent to do the nasty mission.
16.
Wraps around you, starts
16.
crushing you, sinks its fangs. You manage to resist being poisoned. So you are not under the effects of its poison. You're strong and hardy. It's just trying to crush and bleed you out. It is not. This thing almost seems mindless in its efficiency. It's not talking. It has no ego about it. It's just assessing threats and killing those threats. Let's see. The Duchess is going to, yell for Voltus, and then sees the threat here, and is going to try and trying to just go into her office. She's going to take the disengage action, move around the statue the other way, and is going to flee into her office. And thank you guys. She's going to yell a thank you to Admira, and a thank you out loud to whoever Merrick could possibly be for being here and keeping her alive. She's wide-eyed. It's terrible. So much death. Please. Make it through. Defeat this monster. I know you can. All right, we'll take one more attempt here. One more run through initiative. Coco, you are in its grapple, but I don't think you mind.
Well, no, I did roll a nat 20.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay, so that's double damage.
Yeah, double. Yeah, double. Or it's like you guys do crits a different way. I think,
yeah.
Right?
So you get max damage on one die, plus your
Okay.
modifier. Roll the die again.
Okay. Okay.
So add those together, and then
No,
double.
that the second die.
The second die
The
is
second die.
just add that to
Just
whatever.
the roll.
Just the
Okay.
roll, and then double your rage damage and add that to it.
I don't think rage is doubled.
Okay.
It's a
No,
modifier.
I thought no. We've
it's max dice plus all your modification, then plus just the dice again.
I thought any base damage.
Nope. No, because that's not base damage. It's only the dice that's maximized plus all
Gotcha.
this.
Okay. Two, and then I will add the extra dreadful strike in as well.
Man.
Holy crap!
Oh, also, real quick, your target for your Hunter's Mark died. Did you want to move it to this guy and crit him? Like, because the crit would benefit you.
I lost when you're raging, you lose concentration.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. You're
spells.
awesome.
Yeah.
You're pro at this.
Okay,
just
so
trying
that
to
is
think, oh, yeah,
going
you had a
to
spell.
be. So the first one is max damage, the second one is just the die roll plus the normal proficiency, and then the extra die roll for the dreadful strike. Am I correct?
And your rage damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just once. Yeah, got it.
Okay. So that's going to be 14, 15, 16 piercing and 4 psych damage.
Nice. All right, it is bloodied as you wail on it with a very powerful hit. And it is going to use its reaction. And I don't know why it's going to... Well, shouldn't even bother. Yeah, it would. It knows you're strong, but it hopes you're not stronger than it. So strength saving throw. That is going to try and just eat you with its tail. You have advantage,
So
by the way.
that's going to be... Oh, advantage. Okay. That is going to be a 17.
Yeah, it tries to throw you, and you're just like, no, I'm holding. You're like, I'm holding on to you.
Who's grappling who?
Right. So because it tries to throw you, you are no longer grappled because it has to release the grapple to eat you, and you just save. So you get to basically like power stance, hold on, blades in it. Just be fine there. Okay, good job, Coco Cade. Last turn of the night.
Who knew Admira was a tank?
Okay, I've still got that guy next to me, haven't I?
Yes, he's maimed badly. He's one bonk away.
Yeah, I'm gonna bonk him. 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
12 points of damage.
12 damage. You just break his jaw, snap his neck, crumples down.
And there was another one of them right in front of me as well, wasn't there? I saw on the map.
Yes. Yep.
So I'll step forward and smack that one as well.
Okay.
And that's a nat 20.
Yeah.
So that's. And I rolled max damage. So 31 damage.
Oh, so that one's gone. Oh my god. Very good. So keep in mind, some of them in one armor are enemies. So like while you're looking, you're like, oh, like they're dead. There's some of them are not armored allies. So keep that in mind. It's gorgeous.
So is he still alive? That one I just hit.
No, you killed that one. Yeah.
So two in one go. Woo! Go
in
me.
one go. I mean, they were badly burnt and stabbed by guards, but you clean up. You clean up.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, they were full health, filled to the gills with roids, divine and powered by a dark god. Don't worry about it. They showed up barbecued. That was how they showed up. They came to the party barbecued. All right.
Cade's on a cloud at the moment. He's fine.
Yeah.
It's his birthday. It's his birthday.
It's my
Birthday boy.
I gotta get one for each year I've been alive.
And if those are dead, if obviously I killed those two, if there's a guy that I can get to that I can just be next to, to ready to, I'll do that as well.
We'll put you next to the next armored guy, which is an enemy as well.
There you
go. All right, Annie, one next to you is also an enemy.
Okay.
In armor. So you and Kate are like fighting your own respective guys.
Sweet. I would turn around to go ahead and try and hit this guy. I will be using the short sword again and booming blade.
There you go. Nice. Big shout out to Tim for giving us accurate action displays of action at all times.
Which is fabulous. Okay, so
It helps. It's sad. It scratches an itch, my man. It scratches it. It's like, oh, yes. We're seeing it in live.
okay, 14 plus 5 for hit 19.
That's it.
Awesome. 1d6 plus 3. Okay, so that's 6 damage for that.
Nice.
And then I'll do the same thing for the whip. That is 12 plus 5, so 17 to hit.
That's it.
Okay. 1d4 plus 3. That is 8 for it this
You're like
time.
you're like Trevor Belmont with the whip sword, whip sword. Yeah.
Okay, in my hand. Bonus action. Nothing else for bonus action, but I would. How far is his reach to me?
Right there, toe to toe.
Right there. I would take that step back just to put a little distance between us, but not out of, not out of the 5-foot range.
Oh, so you're not provoking. You're just
Yeah,
you're just
not
flavoring.
provoking, but I'm
You're a lot
moving.
of flavor.
I'm just giving as much space as I can between us.
Okay. All right. Good little flavor note there to before we now go to Poppy and Merrick.
I am going to provoke an opportunity attack and run past this guy.
What's your AC?
15.
15.
And I'm going to give him disadvantage with the luck point.
Okay. Luck point. He hits. That is going to be 5. Sorry, no, this guy's using a different weapon. He's not the dagger guy. He's the short sword guy. Oh, even less. 3 points of slashing, but the poison damage is going to be 8.
Ew, gross. And I slap him on the face and keep run by him.
Just jump.
I'm gonna run to Voltaire or Voltus
Okay, nice.
and cast Healing Word on him.
As he looks up and looks at you, kind of dazed. He's kind of, almost like a little.
He gets 10.
He's looking at you and nodding, and he feels invigorated.
And it's like, you get in this fight. And
Can you get me up there? You have magic that can get me up.
No. And I reach into my bag and I pull out a handful of flour, and I throw it on the dude up top. I'm assuming that's around 30 feet away. I can do this up to 30 feet away.
This is it's beyond 30 feet, unfortunately.
To the big dude up top.
The balcony is about 45 feet away.
Oh, okay. Dang.
So Merrick's using a dash action to get.
Gotcha. I was just gonna throw something up there. Then in that case, I can't.
Throwing like flour, like.
Yeah, well, it's Baker's Spark is what I so.
Okay.
Flour lights on fire.
Okay.
But that's all I'll do. At least I say
right.
Voltus.
He's gonna say, if you need to get up there with your friends, follow me, and he'll basically kind of start charging towards the stair, like the hallway with the stairs, respectively. He's kind of off screen, so he's gonna take that initiative. But now
he could probably carry me.
He will if you want.
He could probably carry me.
Yeah, he'll run by and grab you as he says, "Bring your buns." And then it is Merrick's last turn here.
Steady aim and another shot.
Pop out with advantage.
Fix this real fast. Okay. That's 20 to hit.
Yeah, hit.
30, 20.
30th. Sneaky, sneaky. Good damage. This team does damage. I like it.
8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 piercing.
15 piercing. Nice. And Kate, did you do your save at the beginning of your turn to determine if you become petrified or not?
No, I actually didn't.
All right.
Oh, does he get advantage on that?
He does. Oh no, it's not poison. No,
Dang it.
Yeah, I was thinking about.
That's a 16 that time.
All right, pass. If one pass, one fail. Have we haven't missed any others, have we? I don't think so.
No, that's it. That's it.
Okay. All right, yeah. Merrick popping out, going for accurate organ shots on this massive thing, dealing damage, hurting it quite bad. It was bloodied. It's getting.
Bonus action hide. I'll stay in the doorway where the Duchess went.
Nice. Kind of covering her retreat. Good. Give me a hide, please.
14.
14. It sees you. And it is looking at Admira like, this one is too strong. Maybe I can break that one over there. As we will do the last attacks of the enemies the night. For now. Okay, so remaining enemies. We're going to start with this guy since he's here. He is going to lash his tail at Merrick. He's not going to move enough to provoke from Edmure. He's going to stay within 5 feet of her. But he's going to swing his tail around. There's a 22 to hit.
Of course.
Tail attack. Okay. That is going to be 11 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Got it.
Okay. But let's see. He is going to bite at Edmira. So he's saving his venomous bite for you. Is it 17 hit or is it a miss? I can't remember what your AC is.
Miss.
Just barely, right?
Yep.
He sinks his teeth at you, and you just basically just deflect his muscular, sinuous snake neck as the venom is dripping off fangs. You can see Merrick kind of coiled and kind of being crushed by the tail. That is his turn as you are just epically in this, 2-on-1 battle here. Let's see. And then the remaining guys. One attacks Annie. That'll be a hit. 5 regular damage, Annie. 4 poison. 1 attacks Cade. Cade, what's your AC?
11.
11. It hits.
Okay, it takes 10 points of damage.
Okay. So first we'll just do its damage and I'll take its 10. So it impacts you. It impacts simultaneously, I guess. I'm trying to. Yeah, it has to do damage to receive the damage. So resistance causes it go down to 4, and then your resistance to poison, which brings that down to 4. So 8 total damage. And then
cool.
It takes 10, and it is hurt so goddamn bad by that. And I think the last one is going to see Poppy running away and not worry about it, so it's going to go after. Doesn't want to hit Cade, so I just watched the guy get blasted in the face. Is that aura still around you, or did it just deplete?
Yep, it's still there.
The guy just goes, I'm not going to fuck with that shit. I'm going to go hit the person who doesn't explode with ice magic, and misses sadly as Annie dodges that.
Does he have to get from me to Annie?
Yeah.
Does he get?
He does, yeah.
So my attack of opportunity against him then.
You do, yeah. That's right.
19 to hit.
That's a hit. Oh my god, you just killed this guy on the way to clothesline him.
And 19 damage. 19. Yeah, 19 damage.
Yeah. You basically watch as he goes to run, and you kind of see him kind of tracking behind you, and then kind of anticipate swinging around the other way, completely melon caving his head past as his body keeps going and crashes to the ground behind Annie. We're just we're leaving a one-on-one there for you guys. All right, and then a two-on-one up top. What's up, Bully Firesmith? Saw you streaming. So glad to have you guys pop in. Thank you for the raid. We are just winding down with the Duchess's protectors here at the Masquerade Yanti attack. All manner of crazy situations, but the team is holding it down. We have one person slowly turning to stone. We have a person being carried heroically upstairs with buns. Yeah, we have a raging ranger, which has never been seen before, I'm sure. So yeah, with that said, we are going to end here. For my own notes, I kind of always do this at the end of the session so I can rewatch and kind of figure out. Up top, we have the Duchess kind of retreating to her office, activating magical defenses. Up top, protecting her is a grappled Merrick, a still raging, not poisoned Admira. She's held off the bites and dodged those. A bloodied, badly hurt, powerful kind of Yanti, leader of sorts. And only, as far as the party can tell, on the ground floor, a pair of armored Yantis, so they're not as hurt, and they have a little bit more defenses. So they're a little bit more formal, going one-on-one, Cade and Kelsis. And then we have Poppy in the grasp of Voltus, the chief bodyguard, chief of security, who is basically running with her halfling form in his arms, trying to get back to the Duchess as fast as possible. Guests have rushed out, mass casualties in terms of like enemies and allies of the guards having clashed. I think that's all to keep track of when we come back. Yeah, unless I forgot anything. Let's see. We'll just have to keep track of Cade's petrification. He's one.
I've got it on a Google Doc that I fill out as I'm going, so I've got that recorded. Don't worry.
Awesome. Thank you. Cool. All right. So I will just say, as DM, this has been a massive treat to see the roleplay and the battle and the beautiful set come together. Thank you guys for staying with us throughout the entire thing. Battles are a bit of an event, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for who donated the player point rerolls, came through, helping us out. And thank you for supporting 988 Suicide and Crisis Life. I'm going to pass it off to the hosts of, the organizers of the both, technical and scheduling and all the managing of the monkeys, to Tim and Skylar. So take it away. Thank you so much for having us.
Yep, we got let's see, coming up with we put the F in Fandolin, Coco's in there, Skylar's in there on Wednesday. They'll be off to head into the Shrine of Savras, see what that is. So they're off. We're on third campaign of things that have happened in Fandolin. If you're a D&D Fandolin enjoyer, they're farting around in there. And then let's see, we're skipping our Thursday Castles and Crusades, moving that to the 10th. And then we're going to pick up a 24-hour stream with Lord Gazumba straight into Pete's Saltmarsh campaign on Sunday.
So you're going to be awake for my Saltmarsh campaign, are you?
I'll do it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll nap on Jay. We'll be all right. We'll be fine.
I got activated.
There's no way people aren't sleeping at some point. We'll be fine. Yeah. Other than that, Skylar, we gonna raid Rob Hartley?
Absolutely. We'll
right.
We'll do that. So,
Coco, you got anything coming up?
Yeah, actually, I'll be there Wednesday, and then Thursday I'm doing Adventure Academy on Lord Zumba's channel. And then yeah, I'll be taking part in the 24-hour on Saturday as well. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah. Anybody else?
Annie, cool? Charmed?
All right.
Got Shadows on Friday on Charmed Fantasy.
That's right.
So Annie's into the chaos that's going on there. That should be an interesting bit. Fighting lovely people from, the 9 hells.
Yeah, the 9 hells are risen.
Apparently my sister made a deal with. Yeah, that should be fun.
Cool.
Whoopsie, whoopsie.
I bet she made it. I bet she made a deal more cleverly than Cade made his.
Honest, I'm not too sure at the moment, but we'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah, I am actually going to be doing a Kids on Brooms game tomorrow, the first of a such series of 4. That's going to be on Mondays, just for this month. It is going to be
Nice.
having Beth will be there, Taylor will be there, and Carrie will be there. For those who know my channel, they're an awesome pair. We're going to do a new system, so I'm learning, they're learning. Just show up and hang out with us and learn.
That's a
Kids on
cool
Brooms.
game. That's a cool game. Have fun with it.
I'm so excited. Okay, that's it.
Cool. Well, thanks
We still got
everybody.
good numbers. It'll be
We'll
a decent raid.
yeah.
Stay with us, and if you say something in chat, say "Yay, Rob!"
Yes.
We love you. And we'll raid here in about 5 seconds. We'll see you guys. Bye.
Yes.